Welcome to Four Finger Discount, the podcast where we always mispronounce chowder. I'm Dando.
And I'm Guy.
Did you feel like... So how would you say chowder? Would it be chowder or chowder? Because personally, I feel because of this episode, everyone just now says chowder by default.
I actually go chowder.
Yeah.
It's
Are you a clumsy excavator?
It's funny when they're in the courtroom. Well, it's funny throughout the whole episode, but it's funny in the courtroom when people just pronounce it chowder.
Yeah.
The way everyone else does. It's like, we're not putting your weird Boston Brahmin pronunciation, nor this, lovely little Dijon mustard French version. It's chowder.
Yeah.
It's chowder, man.
It's chowder.
Having said
right.
that, yeah, I mean, if we did our deep dive into actually the origins of chowder, I mean, it's probably a New England-y kind of dish, so it's probably got that chowder.
Chowder is a type of thick soup prepared with milk or cream and seafood or vegetables. Oyster crackers or saltines may accompany chowder as a side item, and cracker pieces may be dropped atop the dish.
Indeed, corn chowder. I mean, I wouldn't have clam chowder. It sounds unappealing.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the word clam at the start. Yeah, no thanks.
Not really, no. Yeah, are you I don't... I'm not sure I've ever eaten a clam.
No, I don't think I have either. Just mussels. I've never eaten mussels, oysters, none of it. Yeah. But if there was a band called The Clam, would you pay money to go see The Clam?
First of all, it sounded like The Clan, and it's like, no.
Anymore.
The Clam. Yeah, it's not the best word.
No, clam.
Clam.
No. But this
clam bake, though. That's a fun word.
Clam bake, clam gate.
What's that?
If someone stole the clams.
Silence of the Clams, yes.
There's a horror movie. We're going to make a Treehouse of Horror called Silence of the Clams.
Bring back Freddie Quimby.
Yeah, yes.
Simpsons, we've done it again. But I pronounce it chowder. I don't necessarily eat chowder, but one of the main reasons I enjoyed this episode was the various pronunciations of chowder or chowder.
By the way, thank you for everybody who has supported us on Patreon this month. You will get your shout out at the end of the month on our mailbag, and to all of our top tier supporters, you're going to be getting your shout out in a few moments. But this episode here, you're just touching on the chowder. So many memorable moments in this episode. We got the chowder. It's the children who are wrong is in this one as well. Meow, 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 meow. McGonagall. The list goes on. But in saying that, a pretty grounded episode for the golden era of The Simpsons, I feel. Like, half the episode is just in the courtroom.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, yeah. And I remembered that I was very much into chowder, and that was a combination of two. That was a combination of two, wasn't it?
Chowder.
And also the stuff in the courtroom, particularly with the glasses and meow, 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 meow. But I honestly had forgotten that this was the birth of, am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
It is the children who are wrong.
One of the greatest memes that The Simpsons has ever produced, as far as I'm concerned.
But I don't think they would have realised that at the time. There's all these iconic lines that are just lines in the episode, right? They're good jokes.
Oh, yeah.
But who would have imagined that 25, 30 years on, they would have such a lasting impact?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For a whole different reason.
Yeah, and I'd forgotten that McGonagall was in this as well. I mean, I know he's a bit of a semi-regular fixture, but I forgot this was the Billy one.
Billy is dead.
I'm trying to eat my lunch.
The Free Willy as well?
Yeah, I'd also forgotten that McGonagall looked so much like sort of sudden impact era Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry. I thought it was like, oh, he's just a generic cop. It's like, oh, no, you're really going for this.
Yeah.
I love how they really sort of steer into the Rainier Wolfcastle Arnold Schwarzenegger connection as well.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we'll get to that when we get to that. Yeah, but so much great stuff in this episode. But you're right, very, very grounded. It's like, second half, it's just a courtroom drama.
Well, it feels like two episodes in one. The first, it's almost like you're watching Jaws. You watch Jaws and you've got before they go out in the ocean and after they go in the ocean. This is very similar. Before the court case and after the court case. Because the Freddie Quimby chowder moment happens like between the 8 to 10 minute mark. It's so far into the episode. You think that the episode Bart gets away from school and he gets to the Quimby party, blah blah blah. That's the first 5-10 minutes. No, it's a long way into the episode, like halfway through.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of stage setting. With the school setup and painting it as just the place you don't want to be. I mean, Bart doesn't want to be there at the best of times, but the way it's been set up and with
prison bus and everything.
New chairs, prison bus, the tampering with the clock that goes all awry, and they have to stay in school, an extra 2 hours or something like that. Surprisingly, Mrs. K is, fine with it. I mean,
she'd be annoyed.
Maybe she's collecting a little overtime. I don't know, but she was kind of like, ha ha. Well, not quite Nelson, ha ha, but she thought it was not as bad as you might expect. So, I mean, they do spend a bit of time in school and setting up Bart's situation, making it clear that he wants out. But you're right. I mean, I love that first spotting of Freddie Quimby, though, through the school window. Yeah. I think I got all this out of dropping out of the 4th grade.
Yeah. I love he's surrounded by rainbows and sunshine and deers eating and squirrels. Well, actually, no, Bart looks out the window and he sees all this thing, and you've got the music playing. It's actually one of my favourite moments. I'll just say it now. It's the Morning Mood, like Edvard Grieg's Suite No. 1 or whatever. It's the the nice music. So there's that. And then when Freddie Quimby arrives, it's animals scatter.
Just an absolute chaos agent, that man.
Yeah. I actually feel sorry for Bart in this episode because he didn't... I know he broke the rules and he skipped school, so it's his own fault to an extent. But he didn't ask to be involved in all this shit.
Oh, no.
And all the weight falls on his shoulders, and Lisa's just there being that little angel in his head going... Do the right thing, Bart.
Yeah,
do the right thing.
But no, he's...
Why? Yeah. Why should I?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, why should I go to bat for, a dreadful human being like Freddie Quimby?
The thing is, but here's the problem, though. A dreadful human being, but he didn't do anything wrong here.
Yes, and nonetheless an innocent man. Yes, the system should work regardless of whether or not, you're an awful specimen.
Yeah. That's why... I found it interesting that Lisa was sort of judgmental and annoyed that they were trying to buy his freedom. Because in my mind, I'm going, because she knows he's innocent. But really, she doesn't know he's innocent. Bart's just said that he's innocent, and he won't tell her how he knows. So she could still be, on the fence going, what's going on here? Is he really innocent or not?
She's got a very sort of strong moral backbone, Lisa.
Yeah.
So for her to be witnessing, they're trying to play the system, and definitely rich people are trying to play the system as they have, for goodness knows how long. Yeah, it's going to, of course, rub up against her right-on stance that she tends to have.
Did he?
I'm not naming names.
But I just think I felt sorry for Bart because he's just stuck in this crappy situation that he was just skipping school and all this is just blown up in his face.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how he ended up in the back of Freddie Quimby's car. Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering
if that was just a classic action sequence.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
If one's picking nits, though, I mean, it's like, wow, he must have been pretty acrobatic and moving pretty quickly to end up in the back of that convertible.
If you want to pick nits, you can say Skinner went into the water, came out, and he wasn't wet.
That's true. But I will forgive anything for a good Terminator shout-out.
Yeah, some great shout-outs there. Now, I also feel sorry for Skinner, speaking of Skinner, because he knows Bart skipped school. He just can't prove it. And it just plays on him, and it's eating him alive. And at the end, when he finally Bart comes clean, and he goes, I knew it. I'm going to get you. I knew you would slip up. And Apu goes, he didn't slip up. He confessed. And Skinner's like, I need this. That's where he is in life right now, where this is such an important thing to him, and he can't sort of focus on anything else. Like that, this has consumed his life.
Oh,
now.
yeah, get absolutely fixated on what's a great line in Heat? It's like, I am who I'm chasing.
Yeah.
And that's it. He becomes obsessed with the hunt.
Because at the end of the day, Bart skips school. Who cares? It's not a big deal, right? But to Skinner, it's everything.
Oh, well, I think Skinner views it as a personal front.
Yeah.
A personal slight.
Yeah.
You're rubbing my lack of authority over you in my face. I'm trying to do the right thing here. I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to sort of steer you in the right direction for life. And here you are just taking a day off. For what?
I'm thinking this episode here, they could have gone a different route with it, right?
Uh-huh.
They could have had Bart. What's your thoughts? Bart using his knowledge to his advantage for a payday from the Quimbys or something along those lines, where Homer's like, if you know this, let's get the money out of it. Do you think that would have been too horrible from Bart's side of things?
I think so. I think just the
money would have to go to charity in the end or something. If you're
something
do that.
like that. If it even happened.
Yeah.
The Quimbys would find a way to weasel out of it one way or another. But I think having the moral dilemma of like, I need to do the right thing because, I witnessed a crime that didn't actually occur, or an innocent man is being accused of something. Being accused of something he didn't commit. I'm the only person who knows the truth. But if I reveal the truth, well, then I'm in big, big trouble, as Bart likes to say. So, I think that would be enough. I think adding him trying to negotiate a payday or a payoff or whatever.
It's pretty slime bag, isn't it?
It's a bit slime bag, and it's also just one more layer on the lasagna that we don't need.
Yeah, that's
true. It's a perfectly
true.
good meal as it is.
It is indeed. But speaking of Freddie, I think it's a great bit of writing here that Freddie, he was off. He was innocent in the eyes of everybody, right? He was going to get off. He'd paid off Mo, the money bags. It's always great when they put the dollar symbol on just to make sure.
Love it.
But the jury thought he was innocent. Everyone thought he was innocent. But the smugness of him, he had to get up on that stand himself. And just to say, it's the turnaround and the pose of the crowd, like, look at me. He couldn't help himself. and he screws it all up. And favourite moment, wow, that didn't go well.
He's just got this entitlement built into himself,
and he just and everyone just turns on him immediately as they should, because if he says I'm going to kill you, especially those of you of the jury. Just to go, wow, that did not go well. but do you think he in canon, right? This is obviously just we're making this up. Mm-hmm. Would you prefer to think that the lawyer tried to talk him out of this, and Quimby's like, no, I want to get up there and prove my innocence, or the lawyer was like, this is like the final nail in the coffin for the other guys? Yeah,
it's interesting.
I feel the lawyer is smart enough to go, you stay here, stay off the stand. We've got this. And Freddie's like, no. No.
I think if you watch enough, say, Law and Order or any sort of dramatization of a true crime story, say like the one about the Menendez brothers recently that was on Netflix and was a big hit. From what I recall, you're watching that, the Menendez brothers were very much, just put us on the stand. People believe us. They'll trust us. We're charismatic, young, handsome dudes. Who wouldn't want to be us, and who wouldn't want to do the right thing by us? And the lawyers are very much like, no. Oh, no. It's like, don't you realize that everybody thinks you suck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, imagine Freddie's got that similar mindset of like, I'm Freddie Quimby. That's not even close.
That was almost Clancy's. Sure.
I'm not even going to try. I'll just mix up my accents today.
Just the Castellaneta voices.
I'm no Dan C, so I won't give it a whirl. But it's like, I'm Freddie Quimby. My word is gold.
Yeah.
And my presence is platinum. It's like, I'm the man.
It reminds me of like Red Man's Grieve from South Park, going down to South Park, where you've got the guys who they've lost all their money and they need to buy the town back. So all the town goes and they gamble and they win, and they're like, let's double it.
Double down, baby. No.
We have to. What are you doing? What are they doing?
So if you have the opportunity to get away with something here, don't press your luck.
Don't double down.
One of the wisest lessons you can learn is
if you've won, take the victory. Take the W.
Take the W.
But as I was saying, like that scene in particular proves that Freddie Quimby, he is innocent, but he is a terrible human being, right? Like he is not a good person, but it's very important that he got off because he was innocent. He couldn't have this horrible guy getting sent to prison just because he's a bad guy. No, he was innocent and he got off.
That's right. I mean, he may well have skeletons in his closet, but in this particular instance, innocent of all charges.
It's like when you see people you just don't like and they have W's, and you're just like, it makes you so jealous. You're like, why am I getting L's and you're getting W's? You're a bad person.
Is it because you're a bad person? Do I need to be a bad person? Do I need to sort of realign my way of thinking? Friends
always finish last, right?
Oh, yeah. How unfortunate. But hey, we still finish.
But as horrible as Freddie is, Freddie Quimby is not the heel, not the bad guy, not the villain of this episode. It's the waiter. Because the waiter knows that he just slipped over and hurt himself, and he's just trying to get that slime bag payday.
Well, that's true. Well, also, he's a French person. French people have pride. I'm not some clumsy Clouseau-esque waiter. Yeah, he doesn't want to reveal that. He was just an absolute stumble bum.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, you've just painted all French people as people who would just try and get a payday.
Well, aren't they? Of course they're not. No. I've got a lot of time for the French. They mainly because they're Quimbyers. They just don't give an F. Of course we are their best. Why would you think otherwise?
I nearly got in trouble at the border for everywhere I go, I get in trouble at the border, right?
Well, that's true.
But Nicola,
is this why you watch border security, so you learn the tricks?
Well, now that we watch border security, I'm looking at it going, now I can understand why they were going, this guy here, because technically, Nicola and I, we caught the train, the super train, whatever it is.
The Channel train?
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. And we flew back, right? Mm-hmm. We caught the train to Paris, and we were there for one night. So we flew down, we got there in the morning. We spent in Paris, and we went to Disneyland the next day, and in Paris, and then came home that night. And the guy's like, you're from Australia, and you've been here for one day. Can you tell us what you're doing here? And I said, we just stayed for the night. She's like, I went to Disneyland today, and he goes, okay. Are you sure you got anything in your bag? And I was like, no, why not? They went through all my bag. They frisked me down. And at the time I'm thinking, why are you doing this? And I look back now and I go, dude from Australia. Yeah. Nicola had already gone through because she got a separate visa. Yeah. So I'm in a separate line. So I'm just this dude from Australia by myself, stayed for one day.
Sorry, this is when you were leaving France or when you get back
when I was leaving France.
Yeah, yes. That's French pride for you. there is so much more to see.
Why would you be leaving?
You just went to Disneyland?
Have you tried the shutter?
So, look, I'm not necessarily saying that I agree with that gentleman at customs, but it's a tiny bit of a
shifty though.
It's a tiny bit of a red flag.
Yeah, and look, when I arrived at England by myself, dishevelled, first flight ever, never flown out of Australia. And then I'm just like, didn't know the address of Nicola's house. Like, so where you staying? I don't know. Well, I'm staying. I was at my girlfriend's house. Like, right. Sure. You, girlfriend. Right, buddy.
Yes, I've got an English girlfriend. You don't know her. She lives in England.
Just let me through, please.
Oh. And the thing of it is, I don't know if this counts for all Australians, but I think we tend to be sort of fairly friendly with people in airports, especially.
It probably seems suspicious.
Yeah. So certainly in the times when I've gone to America, and particularly sort of post 9/11, they're not brooking any nonsense or any even small talk.
No, they don't want any shit.
No. And I mean, I always like to
which I understand.
Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I think we spoke the other day, maybe not on one of our shows, but about the importance of manners and politeness and just a general sort of good manner. It'll get you a long way in life.
But they've got KPIs though. They're just got to get people through the door.
Of course they do. Yeah, I mean, look, I wasn't saying, hey, let's have a huge D&M while there's a queue banked up behind me. There was no one behind me, and it wasn't like, hey, so how's your day? And I was like, I was pretty much just like, busy day or something like that. Just, the usual kind of small
taxi driver talk.
Taxi driver small talk or Uber driver small talk.
What's the worst passenger you've ever had, buddy? Busy night?
It's not easy. Yeah. Of course you say things like, unless you just, there are times when you're sitting in the back of the cab, I just want to sit here in silence.
How much do you get? How much does Uber get?
I don't think I've ever asked that. But yeah, I certainly noticed in the States that it's very much like, no, it's all business.
Yeah, just get through the gate and leave. Yeah, get on with your business. What are your thoughts on Homer's little side venture? Well, it wasn't really a side venture. It was just Homer taking advantage of a situation. I thought it was a pretty boss move by Homer. Getting free accommodation, free food out of it, that's pretty cool.
That's true, yeah. He's got his eyes on the prize, absolutely. Seeing that, so you're going to put me up in a pretty decent hotel, free meals,
Free Willy.
Yeah, and Free Willy, of course. Yeah, we'll get to that. I think I'd kind of jump at the opportunity, but no, there were various shades of, if not necessarily villainy, then sort of misdeeds in this. They are, messing up the process. Oh, actually, no, they're not.
He's not. He actually because of that. He didn't think
he's doing it for the wrong reason. Thing for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Because what does he say? How many S's in innocent?
Yeah.
Lovely line.
But the thing is, he taking all the stuff, all the souvenirs from the hotel and things like that. We've all taken something from time to time, not chairs and whatnot, but that's just taking an everyday thing that everyone tends to do and just amplifying it because it's Homer.
Oh, very much so. No, I was always big on when staying in hotels. When I had hair, it would be pinching shampoo and stuff. Now it's just body lotion and soaps. And, depending on the
kids love taking soaps from the hotel. They use it for the next week. They're like, this is so cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, depending on the hotel you're staying. It's like...
Get your little what do you call them, slip-ons?
Oh, that's true. I never sort of take anything like that.
Well, these were in a packet. They were to take, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the person, the guy was like, well, we're never going to use this again because they come in a packet.
Your feet have been on them.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think I might have been scared straight because, and I'm sure I've told this story in the past, but when we were living in England back in '79, and we did a bit of a road trip around, and we stayed at this very nice hotel one night. It was my folks, my mum and dad, and my sister and I. And when we left the next day, my sister had taken with her a very nice sort of robe.
Ooh, yeah. The robes are good.
The robes are good. My sister Edwina clearly thought so. She either let it slip. I don't know how mum and dad discovered this, but we were about maybe half an hour away. We'd driven away from the hotel and all that. And it was revealed, she's got this dress. Mum and dad were ropeable, furious. Turned around and had to take it back. So I'm like, okay, then that's not for taking. I think I'll remain, a low-level offender and just take soaps.
Hotels like, you get back there, can you please take it? We don't want
it. It's been in contact with all your other clothes now. Yeah. No, it's yours now.
Your parts pieces have been all over this. I don't want this anymore.
I'm not sure if they actually said, oh, yeah, fine. No, we'll take that back and put it through the wash or whatever. But yeah, I just remember, oh God, my mum and dad were so furious that my sister had done that.
Yeah. We've all done something like that.
Oh yeah, but Homer takes it to extremes here, and
Souvenirs.
Souvenir.
I just think the dynamic between Skinner and Homer was really enjoyable here. They are a regular odd couple, and I think there's more you could have done with that relationship throughout the show.
That's true, yeah. I mean, how often do we see them interacting? I mean, usually
not all that often.
Usually, it's when early on, at least in the series, it was when Bart had done something wrong and they had to come in and, all right, what have you done this time, etc. Yeah, but having them sort of break containment and having to deal with one another.
He's one of the B sharps
in the outside. Well, of course, yeah.
But this just felt like yes,
they do have a nice sort of. It's not necessarily the chemistry you'd think of, is it? It's like it's not a teaming that you'd automatically make.
No, well, we're doing season 20 now, obviously with the podcast, and it feels like Skinner only really has a dynamic now with Chalmers.
That's right.
He doesn't really interact with any other. You haven't really seen with Agnes all that often anymore. It's just Chalmers.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, look, I do like the way that those two.
They are kind of like an odd couple, but just seeing them in the hotel together, I thought was just like his bed's nice and tidy, and Homer's just covered in food and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, well they
a little apron he was wearing.
I think they have a literal sort of shout out to the odd couple.
He says we're a regular odd couple. Yeah,
and also the bit from the opening credits of the TV series where which one's the slob? I think Oscar Madison is the slob and Felix Unger is the more sort of uptight one.
Which one was Matthew Perry? He was the slob.
He was the slob. Yeah. Nice bit of sort of counterintuitive casting, I think. Did you ever watch much of that Matthew Perry Odd Couple?
About 3 or 4 episodes I remember watching.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's like it's fine, but it's not necessarily a point of viewing. But yeah, there's a bit in the opening credits, the original one, where he sort of throws his cigar butt on the street and the other guy picks it up with his umbrella. Spears it.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, and I think that they reference that in this as well. Yeah, so we are a regular odd couple.
Isn't it great? There's like a shout out like that. There's no mention of that anywhere on the wiki page, I don't think. It's just, even to this day, 2025, I'm watching an episode that I've seen at least 50 times, if not more, and I'm still discovering new things about it. That's what's so great about classic Simpsons, that all these little nods, just to shows and references and things that mean nothing to the grand scheme of the story, but they're there.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely chock-a-block with pop culture references that are very much of their time, but also ones that are sort of evergreen. Yeah, and as we've always said, I think particularly when we're talking about quote-unquote classic Simpsons, like, if you get it, great, and if you don't, it's like part of your brain's going, maybe that means something, and maybe I should either ask someone or I'll look it up, or someone eventually will tell me. It's like, some wise guy like me will say, it means that, right?
There were 2 great, by the way, I just looked at the wiki page. It does mention the cigar butt being picked up on the wiki page, so I just didn't read it. But the 2 moments in this episode, I'm not going to say now, we'll do it during the review, that are classic examples of that, where as a kid you're watching it going, I think this may be something. I don't quite get why this is funny, but it just is funny for some reason.
Sure.
And then you learn why it's funny later on and what they're referencing. You go, oh, that's actually a really good joke. But
okay, I look forward to hearing what they are from you.
That. Yes, but before we do that though, we're going to touch on our favourite moments, and I've already talked about a couple of mine. So that didn't go well. That lawyer, it's not the blue-haired lawyer. In my mind, it was the blue-haired lawyer, but it's not the blue-haired lawyer. Let's look at Freddie Quimby's lawyer. What is his name? I should have done this already. Freddie Quimby's lawyer. He's just called Freddie Quimby's lawyer. Yeah. Defended Freddie Quimby in The Boy Who Knew Too Much. And this is the only episode he appeared in. I wonder if they just... Why didn't they have the blue-haired lawyer?
I don't know.
It's the same voice.
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
Why because it be him?
Initially I was thinking I was getting all my sort of courtroom episodes jumbled up.
Yeah.
And I initially thought that Quimby's lawyer was going to say...
Hunks?
I thought he was going to say super hunks. It's like, I am so confident of my client's innocent that I can waste the jury's time rating the super hunks. Yeah. But no, I didn't have that, unfortunately. But yeah, you're right. It seems odd that you wouldn't have your already established law. I mean, I know you've got Lionel Hutz as kind of the quote-unquote Simpsons lawyer character. Yeah, but blue-haired lawyer is one that we remember fondly.
Maybe Mr. Burns couldn't pass him up. Maybe he's just solely for Mr. Burns.
He's on retainer.
Yeah.
What else did you enjoy?
I also like the morning mood music. I just always like that when they use that music to set the tone of the episode. So it's new morning, looking out the door. It's a beautiful day outside. We have to go to school. So it's great music. But I loved, it was in the classroom scene, and Milhouse is saying, because of the chairs, I've lost feeling the left side of my body. And Mrs. Case goes, yeah. And the one more for me was the director's cut of Free Willy. Oh, what a mess.
Oh, yeah. By the way, shout out to the late, great Michael Madsen. Yeah. By the time this goes, it'll been a little while since he passed away, far too young at the age of 67. But generally known as a bit of a tough guy from Reservoir Dogs and other Tarantino movies, but a lot more to him. And there's a really nice sort of obit/remembrance about Michael Madsen that talked a lot about his role in Free Willy and how he was just this sort of not emotionally buttoned up guy, but a man of few words who nonetheless sort of showed that he loved this adopted son and backed him up every step of the way. It was just real, and said, it's really, really good acting from a source that you might not expect it for. Michael Madsen was a really good actor and really enjoyable in Free Willy, or really good in Free Willy. So, yeah.
Fun fact about Free Willy. Voice actor Debbie Derryberry, who's the voice of Jimmy Neutron, you may know her as the voice of Jimmy Neutron. Mm-hmm. She is the stunt double when he's riding the whale, the boy, because she's she's so small that she was used whenever the boy is riding the whale in the movie. It's her riding the whale.
That's nice. That is legitimately a fun fact. I had a few favourite moments, if you'd like to hear them. I thought Lisa's laugh was very cute when they're playing good cop, bad cop, and they just keep messing up their roles, and she's just tickled by how
he's a bad man.
They can't get it straight. And I'm sure, Yardley Smith has done that laugh for Lisa many times in the past, but it felt fresh and not unusual, but it just felt fresh to me here and just genuine. I got a kick out of it. Mm-hmm. We've mentioned French things earlier. This is going to be a bit of a French-themed episode, but there's a French saying...
Your plate is French for yum.
It's generally, the translation is the wit of the staircase.
Okay.
And it's when you come up with a great sort of comeback 5 minutes after you needed it. You're in a conversation with someone, they give you a little bit of a burn.
They've done this several times in The Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you're walking out of the party and it's like, oh no, I should have said this. Yeah. And it's too late to run back and sort of.
It is.
Yeah.
It's never too late. You just might look like a bit of a fool if you do.
Yeah, exactly. So for Skinner to say, well, I'll double your detention. Wish someone had heard that.
It's the same when George Bush is in town and Homer goes, someone would say he's barking up the wrong bush. There it is, Homer, the smartest thing you'll ever say, and no one was around to hear it.
Speaking of Homer, I loved it when he and Bart pass each other on the street, do a little masquerade, so, they both know. Well,
hair down, little mustache.
Down. Oh, I can't let him.
Someone have the comb? Is that what he's
doing? Something like that. I can't let the boy know I'm skipping work. And they sort of, how do you do so? Yeah. But then they're 5 feet away from a sucker.
What's great about that is neither of them actually care that the other person's doing the wrong thing.
No.
So they could have just spoken to each other.
I mentioned McGonagall before. Just everything to do with that guy's fantastic. And look, all the stuff with Chowder/Chowder is great. But there's a nice little button on that whole thing with the headline. At the end, the newspaper headline sort of saying, "Oh, Freddie Quimby accused of whatever." Underneath that, Chowder said wrong.
Yeah,
got a kick out of that.
All right, trivia time. My first question for you is: what is Bart's excuse for going to the dentist?
Oh, is bridge work? He's got something lodged under his bridge work.
It is a caraway seed.
Caraway seed under his bridge work. That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that classroom, they've got those new sort of chairs that are designed to improve posture. By what year will posture be perfected, apparently?
3000?
The year 3000.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the name of the adult film that Bart goes to watch?
It's Booborama.
Booborama, yes.
Bart goes to an auction, places a bid on a painting. What's his bid?
1.4 million? 1.2 million?
No, it's 2.3 million.
2.3 million. That is, we'll talk about that soon when we get there. I just love the grown-up guy who just laughs about it. What was the Springfield Auction House formerly?
Oh, that's a good question.
It says Springfield Auction House formerly.
I missed that one.
Vacant lot.
Oh, vacant lot. What night is Ladies' Night at Quimby Compound?
Oh, I'm going to say, was it Thursdays?
It was Thursday night.
Thursdays. I'm out of questions, so...
All right, I can give you one more if you
hit
like.
Hit me.
The pet trap delivery truck that the French waiter falls into, they have been delivering rat traps since when?
Was it 89?
It was 1989.
1989, yes. Open roof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into some Stonecutter shout-outs and then we'll review our episode.
Woohoo!
Starting with the lovely Katie G. Thank you so much for your $100 support once again, Katie.
Indeed. Katie G.
Katie G.
Yeah. Katie G.
Shove in and feel the G's.
Strap yourself. Never mind. Yeah. Katie G, this is going out to you. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Well, there's is a guy in Springfield episode.
It is indeed. Yes. So also the following Stonecutter shout-outs go to Glenn Gomez, Justin Parker, Zach Pruitt, Shani Macca, Elliot J. O'Neill, Isabella Murphy, Rach Beasley, Stephen Roberts, Sean Devey, Pete Anderson, Timothy Belson, Andrew Davis, Kevin Denzelplan, Flood, Bella Winderbank, Jack McFadden, Heath Appleby, Adric McLeod, Mark Trelevin, Ginger and Pickle, Preston Murray, Talia Enriquez, Declan Phoenix, Brian McCoy, Logan B, James Shepherd, Joe Reedensek, Dave Pretzels McNally, Gavin Lang, Damien Miller, and Charlie Joe. Thank you for being top-tier Stonecutter supporters of us on Patreon.
We really, really appreciate it, guys.
Yes. Remember, if you join the Four Finger Discount family on Patreon this month, but not on the top tier, you get your name read out on the mailbag episode at the end of the month. All right, so The Boy Who Knew Too Much originally aired May 5th, 1994. The top 3 films at the US box office at the time. Number 3, Bad Girls. Number 2, No Escape. I've not heard of those two films. And number 1 was 4 Weddings and a Funeral, which had been number 1 for like 5 straight weeks.
Okay, you'd heard about that one.
Yeah, of course I did that one.
Indeed. Thinking a little bit Bad Girls.
Is that the one that has, I feel it in my fingers. Is that
It sure does.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm feeling the romance. Lovely.
Wet. Someone say you're feeling wet. That's the band that sings the song.
Yeah, I don't know what... I was around in 94, man. And how. Bad Girls is a cowgirl movie about 4, I guess, female bandits in the Old West. Who is it? I think it's your girl Drew Barrymore's in it.
Okay. Is this a follow-up to Bad Boys?
It is not. Unrelated to the movie Bad Boys.
Bad Girls. Who they going to do? Who they going to do? Continue.
Thank you very much. I think it's Andy McDowell, Madeline Stowe, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
And they're...
You had me at Drew.
So, there's that. And No Escape is filmed in Australia, actually. Sort of like a future prison colony movie. It's like, the worst of the worst gets sent to this prison island, and there's 2 like warring tribes or something like that. And thrust into the middle of it is not super soldier, but badass soldier Ray Liotta, who... the bad tribe wants him. Is like, we can use this guy as like a living weapon. And he's like, no, I think I want to go hang out with the good guys.
They remade it in 2015, apparently, with Owen Wilson.
No, they just recycled the title, as we tend to do these days.
Robbins is transferred to Absalom, an island prison where he learns about a primitive and dangerous society of prisoners. He sets out to find an escape route so that he can expose the prisoners' truth.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He wants to escape, but apparently there is no escape.
Ray Liotta. Another man we lost too early.
I know. Hey, man, Ray. Cool dude. Good movie. No Escape.
Losing all the badasses, right?
Indeed, yeah. Live fast, die young. There might be some truth to that.
Yeah. All right, so...
Good thing I'm living slow.
Yes, indeed. All right, so yes, I said the original air date, May 5th, 1994. They were the top 3 films. The number 1 song on the US Billboard charts at this time was Ace of Base, The Sign.
Oh.
I saw the sign. 90s kids love that song. I'm taking that you don't like that song.
I don't mind Ace of Base. I don't like Roxette.
I don't know that. I only know that song and I know that. Oh, that she wants.
Isn't it? Yeah. I watched some documentary about Ace of Base because I always thought I was being very literal and thinking he wants another baby as in Goo Goo Gaga. But no, she just wants another baby like another
lover.
Lover, yes.
What are their main songs? The Sign's
the Sign and All That She Wants.
All That She Wants, yeah, but The Sign's the big one, right? Was All That She Wants, was that big?
I think it's All That She Wants.
Oh, see, for me, a 90s kid is I saw the sign.
Well, it was number 1. Yeah.
Life is demanding.
Without understanding.
All right, so that was number 1 film with the number 1 song on the US Billboard charts when this episode originally aired. Guest starring Phil Hartman, of course, as Lionel Hutz. Mm-hmm. It was a production code 1F19, written by the legendary John Swartzwelder and directed by Jeffrey Lynch. Chalkboard gag: there are plenty of businesses like show businesses, and the couch gag: the Simpsons sit on the couch and find themselves on the set of The Late Show with David Letterman. So many just nods to the past in this.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, it wasn't a nod to the past, but you watch it now and you're like, oh, Letterman, take me back.
Very 90s episode, wasn't it? Yeah. Looking at this, even that cartoon rendition of Letterman's like, remember we used to have those great late night talk shows?
Remember when people talked on talk shows?
Oh, yeah.
Not gimmicks.
Not stunts.
Let's not get into that rant, shall we?
No.
That's a whole new episode. So the episode kicks off with a sunny morning in Springfield. Bart and Lisa, they're in the doorway of their home. They're about to leave. They're awaiting the school bus. And Bart says, how can they imprison us in school on a beautiful day like this? And very often you feel like this way when you're a kid. Elliot's starting to get to the point where he's like, do I have to go to school? He's doing well at school. He likes going to school. But, you just can't help but get to a point where you go, there are so much other things I would rather be doing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But you got to sort of realize you're going to see all your friends, buddy. You will miss this when you are 19 and you're not at school anymore and you have to arrange to see your friends. It's not just something that all your friends are going to be doing. You're going to the same place. You're going to miss it.
I remember hearing some story. I think it was a friend of mine who their daughter went to school for the first time, went like on their first day, and came out and was like, well, that was good. Yeah, I had fun. And it's like, oh, you'll enjoy going back tomorrow. Wait, what? Didn't quite tweet. It was like, yeah, this is your life for the forthcoming future.
I feel like it'd be a miss for me not to mention the kid. So you excited for school? You're gonna miss your mom? That is one of my favorite. I feel so sorry for the kid, but just the realization of, oh shit, mum's not going to be there.
Guessing that kid probably called the teacher mum at some stage.
Yeah, you're going to miss your mum. It's just that.
We can all relate.
Poor little tacker. But yeah, Lisa says, I'm not going to be imprisoning us. And then obviously Otto arrives in the prison bus because the school bus has broken down. And he says to hurry up and get in or you're going to blow their heads off because he's got a shining thing going on with the bus. Lines like that just sort of skim over my head. But I'm watching it now with the kids and I'm thinking, that's a pretty heavy line. It's a kid's cartoon. Get in there, I'll blow your heads off. But anyway, so they're on there now, and the door slams shut, just like a prison cell would slam shut. Kids playing the harmonica, rattling the can on the wall.
Every kid goes into jailhouse mode immediately. I love that.
And Bart looks out the window as the morning score plays again, the morning mood, whatever it is, and he envisions himself on a raft with Huckleberry Finn and Lincon.
Yeah, I was about to say, misspelling one of your most famous presidents. Talking about underachiever and proud of it.
Maybe you shouldn't be skipping school, Bart.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, there's an extra L in that Lincoln.
But kids then arrive. They arrive at school, and they've got the new ultra-hard posturific chairs. They've just arrived. It reminds me, we've just reviewed a Leela of Our Own for Tales of Futurama on our Patreon with the funny chairs.
Wow.
Kind of
like
similar.
It's like Unified Theory, except maybe it's just, I don't know, there are no original ideas anymore.
Yeah. But they're designed by eminent posturologists to eliminate slouching by the year 3000, as you're saying in your trivia. Now, I've got here, note, slouching, probably worse than ever right now, because we spend so much time, not just at school, but sitting at a computer desk.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like my posture is terrible.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'm finding myself increasingly aware as the years creep by that, I'll find myself sort of like, oh, time to get out of bed and, go to the bathroom. It's like...
Creak, crack. Is it
there's always that. Yeah. But it's like, am I on an angle? Am I sort of leaning down? Am I going to become Hans Moleman?
Yeah.
Essentially. So, yeah, I really have to check myself. It's like...
Posture has ruined my life. I'm 31 years old. Yeah.
So, yeah, stand up straight, man. But, yeah, a lesson that you kind of have to keep reminding yourself of, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. And I think also, too, because we're so often during the day now, we are looking down at a screen.
Well, yeah.
You go out in public and everyone's looking down. Our necks, they're going to evolve to be like this.
Oh, yeah, we're all going to be like Quasimodo, little hunchbacks of Notre Dame. Not to sort of call this kid out, but yeah, I mean, I think the lovely Louise has said to her son Felix every once in a while, like, do this every once in a while. Make sure your head's make sure your neck is straight. Otherwise, your head's going to be on like a weird angle. You're going to be scooching around like a little troll person.
See, Elliot, he's just discovered the whole. I think I mentioned it, leaning back on two legs on a chair. And, when at school and everyone's doing it. I'm like, mate, he's doing it on the kitchen chairs. I go, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna break my chair. And I'm gonna be twice as pissed.
It's like broken son and broken chair. I can't.
Not good times.
No.
But Martin, he's having back spasms. She says, don't worry, eventually your bones will change shape. Milhouse he doesn't have any feeling on the left side of his body. Yeah. And the clocks, since they've been running fast all semester, they need to stay back an extra 2 hours. And it's revealed that Bart did it with his little bastard clock tampering kit. I miss the days of when they used to have little bastard kits.
Yeah, little bastard branding.
Yeah. But Bart used to have them all the time, little bastard something kit. Yeah. And they don't do it anymore in season 20. Do it more. Go back in time, Matt Salmon, to season 20 and add more of these clock tampering kits and whatnot.
Yeah, just insert them by magic or the magic of editing.
Yes. But Bart gazes out the window, he sees a squirrel, the sun, a rainbow, a deer, and then Freddie Quimby and his girlfriend arrives, and he says, to think I got all this after dropping out of, it's obviously the 4th grade, because that's where Bart is right now. Bart's like, that's it, I'm getting out of here. Bart decides he's going to write a fake note, and I really like this. So he says, my mum's number's on there if you want to double check. She's like, don't worry, I believe you. I love the gamble here. I love the gamble of putting Marge's number on there, just hoping that she doesn't actually double check. But there's also the assumption of, right, well, by the time she has checked, I could have gotten away far enough from school by now. Because it adds that level of, well, he must be telling the truth because he's willing to let me call his mum. So he's just like, the numbers everyone to call.
He's kind of,
is she going to actually do it, or am I going to get away with this?
It's going all in, isn't it?
It is going all in. I appreciate the gamble.
Yeah, you've really ramped up your scheme, haven't you? It's like, this could pay off big time, or it could just completely explode in my face.
It's like when we watch Judge Judy, right? And the person says, she goes, so if I call your insurance company, will they say you're insured at this point? And they go, yeah. She goes, okay. They go, actually, maybe it expired the day before, Your Honour. It's always the day before, the morning of. But I just love in that moment they go, well, I might as well go for it. Yeah, they would say that. And she's like, well, I'm going to go check. You're like, oh, the bluff's been called.
That's why I don't play poker. I would be terrible at reading people, and I would have an inability to bluff.
Yeah, but the note says, sorry for my handwriting. I busted whatever hand it is that I write with. And he says, you were right to be suspicious, Edna. So they go to the crime lab. Yeah. The visual of Mrs. K just smoking a dart in the background. I love it.
And I mean, I was about to say very 90s computer sort of setup on the crime lab with the hole punch cards or whatever. It's like, this feels like sort of like the 50s or the 60s computers.
Yeah, it's something you'd see in the X-Files, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think we're a little further along in the early 90s, even the late 80s. But still.
This is 94. When did X-Files start? 94, 93? It was 93, right? X-Files.
Feels like that, yes. Yeah.
We need to revisit. We watched the first 2 seasons of X-Files, and it's just one of those ones where I'm like, I'm gonna go back to this. We're currently watching ER, as you'd be well aware, Really enjoying it, but I said to Nicola, we need to watch at most 1 episode a night because I'm starting to see the formula. And once you see the formula, you just, it takes you out of it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with having the formula, but because they weren't made to be binged.
No, it was a once a week show.
Yeah.
So you had enough stuff going on the other 6 days. It's like by the time you get back to ER, it's like, I guess it's a formula, but you sort of embrace the familiarity of it as well. It becomes a feature rather than a bug.
Well, for me, it's just like Nick and I have a little game now where it's all calm or whatever. They're just talking, and we're just waiting for the boom, the door's open. And then it's always the music cue, and then they always get the body and they pull them onto the table. It's like, kaboom, it's the music. It just gets me every time. I just think it's hilarious.
Indeed.
But no one goes into that hospital casually. It's fucking boom, the doors fling open. Like, no one goes into the hospital that way.
By the way, ER, created by Michael Crichton.
Yeah.
Executive produced by Steven Spielberg. What did they collaborate on?
I think it was this film called Cretaceous Park?
Jurassicville?
Yes, something along those lines, yeah. With their powers combined, they created Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
And we just discussed it on some other podcast with some schmuzz. I don't know. What's his name?
Some schmuzz.
You may have heard of him.
Indeed. Tune in to The Movie Guide with Malton and Davis where we talk about Jurassic Park.
It is back, baby. Leonard's been unwell, but we're back now after a month, and we discussed Jurassic Park because the recent release of Jurassic Rebirth, which I enjoyed. It wasn't the greatest film, but I enjoyed. Guy, not so much. So you'll hear his thoughts on that. But we're going to do a proper review of Jurassic Rebirth as well once Leonard has seen it.
Indeed. And Leonard was back with a vengeance because, thought, well, we'll just talk for 20 minutes or so, and we ended up going for close to an hour.
Yeah. Alice was back as well.
Alice was chiming in from the sidelines, but no, he was loaded for bear and ready to go. It was a good talk. We talked for nearly an hour about Jurassic Park.
And the week after may possibly be Superman as well, because Superman's just come out.
Correct.
Yeah. It's summer in the US, so we're finally getting some movies to watch.
Hooray!
The blockbusters are here. Yes. But so, as we were saying, they're in the crime lab, that the results are inconclusive because the only student who has agreed to have the, what do they call it? The electronic tracking device or whatever. Is Martin. And so they can't find Bart. Then they have the good cop, bad cop routine with Lisa trying to get some information as to where Bart is, but she actually has no idea. No. You see, skip school. But I love you better listen to him, Lisa. He's a bad man.
Skinner and Willie doing, it's good cop, bad cop, but constantly changing roles and
without realizing,
messing with the flow. Yes, and Lisa being awfully amused by this.
Bart is just hanging out by a river, mortgaging his future, the joys of mortgaging his future, he says. And he sees a silhouette and he thinks his fantasy from before with LICON is coming to life, but no, it's 2 hobos.
Indeed.
What is he, dead Barty?
Oh boy,
this would be so scary as a kid.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. All due respect, love, and everything to people who are currently unhoused or anything like that. But I think when you're a kid, you're a little scared of them. And for them to then hit you with the other barrel of like, want to see a dead body? Ooh,
not good.
No.
But then Skinner thinks he's at the Springfield History Museum, and he thinks he's got him. Because where else would a kid be?
Where else would you go?
Yeah. If I was a child, where would I go? I'd be right here. I've got you now, Simpson.
That's the thing. Am I so out of touch?
Yeah, no, well, not quite yet. So, but he gets into the matinee of the R-rated triple feature. I love it's a triple feature as well. Just the idea of being out in a town when he's 10, right, Bart? Being out in town when everyone else is at work and at school. It's like, I've got the town to myself. I can do what I want. I'm seeing all these things that happen during the day that wouldn't necessarily happen on the weekend because there's more people around here. Sure. But just going to the matinee show, going to the auction house, that kind of stuff that is grown-up stuff when you're a kid. But it's cool. It's like, I wouldn't normally get to do this, so I'm going to do it.
No, there's the whole world that actually exists while I'm, doing my
maths.
9 to 3 in the classroom.
See that in Australia we say maths.
That's true. We say maths and we say sport. Yes.
Oh, they say sports. That's right. Yeah, they had the S. You're right. Yeah, we've discussed this.
Who's right? I like to think we are.
So he is not at the museum, is he? That's not where Bart is. He's gone to the matinee, the matinee of the triple feature, but also he's not at the 4-H club either.
No.
And this is the iconic. It's the children who are wrong.
Am I so out of touch?
Yeah.
No, it's the children who are wrong.
You know you're getting old. There's key moments in The Simpsons where you realize, I'm old now. So you watch this one and you go, I've had a moment in my life where I've gone, is this bad or am I out of touch? Or is this good or am I out of touch? No, it's the children are wrong. When you're blaming younger people and you're going, young people's haircuts or young people's music's no good anymore, you go, it's actually fine. You're just old. You don't like it because you're old. Grandpa, where he says,
it'll happen to you.
It'll happen to you. That moment, I've experienced it. I used to be with it, and now they've changed what it was, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, you're past it. You're absolutely washed.
Yeah,
and there's a certain time in your life, or you've got enough energy and enough sort of drive to think, I'll try to keep up at the very least. Or and look, I'll probably embarrass the young people around me by saying, time to get jiggy with it, or, is that chuggy, or something like that.
Old man with the skateboard.
Yeah, you try to use the slang or whatever. But then, and I found this, I've reached a stage where it's like, you're using that phrase, but you're using it wrong. I know what you're using it for, but that's wrong. You're like, I'm sure I've said this on one of the shows recently, how either Gen Z or Gen Alpha is using the term, I'm crashing out, man. It's like, you're tired? Like, you're going to take a little nap? That's understandable. You're young. But no, it's like, no, they're fired up or angry about something. It's like, but no, crash out means you're crashing out.
It meant that. Yes, doesn't mean that anymore.
I imagine if I said to another member of Generation X, I was like, oh man, what a day, I'm crashing out. It's like, yeah, man, go lie down for 20 minutes. Understandable. They wouldn't say, really, what's got you so mad?
Well, we have a friend of ours, or Alex got a friend, and his mum is 25. And I was saying the other day, because I said, she looks pretty young in these photos on Facebook. And Nicola goes, well, she is young. I said, she's 25. And Nicola goes, she's nearly 12 years younger than us. I go, she's in her mid-20s and she's 12 years, like she's more than a decade younger. Oh,
yeah.
I'm getting old. Like I'm at that point where I'm starting to realize, oh no, you're nearly 40.
Oh yeah.
I'm oldish.
Yeah. Oh, look,
40s where you start we can start sort of being classified as getting old, I think. You're not old. It's not a bad thing, but 40s where you start going, you're not young anymore.
Oh, yeah. There's no turning back the clock.
No.
I had this the other day. I caught up with a good friend of mine, Liam.
Do you have any bad friends? Because they always seem to be good friends, which is great.
Oh, you have friends. You have good friends. You know who you are. I view him very much as like a peer, even though he is younger than me.
Is this old PC Liam?
Yeah, Pop Doctor Liam, yeah. But we have terrific conversations, all that kind of stuff. I never feel like, let me tell you a couple of things about life, son. But he mentioned his dad, and his dad's age is pretty close to my age.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad even maybe a little older or not. Yeah, I'm probably knocking on the door of his dad's age. It's like, oh boy. Yeah, a bit bracing. But, you're only as young as you feel.
Yeah, because we saw these like 22-year-olds, and they basically sort of, I could tell they were talking to me like I'm an old guy, and I thought, oh, yeah. I felt like I was with them, and I was like, oh, no, I'm the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't feel old, but I obviously am.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to something the other day where they were talking about, I think it may be around 40 when
It's almost like the mortality of my life is starting to hit me. Going, I'm like halfway to death.
Yeah, but you reach 40 and it's kind of like, that's where you stop. I mean, your body starts getting older and all that kind of stuff.
You have to start looking after yourself.
Yeah, but it's not like you're being immature or something like that. But it's like, this is the end stage of your development. Unless you want to be very sort of deliberate about
you've peaked.
Yeah, no, I've got to learn more. I have to, I've got to be curious about the world, and you really should be. But it's a tough one.
Yeah.
We get to talking about that.
But
because the children
who are wrong. We're not getting old. It's just the children who are wrong.
As usual, Skinner's on the ball. The children are wrong.
Bart is actually at the Springfield auction house, formerly the vacant lot, and sold to the small man with the runny nose for $2.3 million. And he runs off laughing. Then the man who also bid $2.1 million runs off laughing. Do we have any real bids? This is literally eBay now. I've mentioned before, I think on the podcast, where I sold something recently. And then the guy messaged me about a day later saying, hey, do you mind if we wait until next Tuesday so I can pay you because it's my payday? And I go, yeah, sure, no worries, mate. And it got to Tuesday, nothing. I sent him a message on the Wednesday saying, hey, mate, what is you going to pay for those toys? Mm-hmm. And on Thursday, he goes, I don't want them anymore. I go, but you've won them. And he goes, yeah, I found a cheaper price elsewhere. I went, but you've won the auction. I said, you have to pay for them. And he goes, yeah, well, if you leave me negative feedback, I'll leave you negative feedback. I'm like, welcome to eBay in 2025, buddy. Facebook Marketplace. Is this still available? Sure. Tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. I mean, I've been fortunate recently in that...
There is no accountability now with purchasing things on eBay or Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been lucky recently with Facebook Marketplace in terms of like, I've had some semi-regular buys of stuff that I put up there. But yeah, also getting that thing about, them hitting the tab of like, is this still available? I'm like, yes, it is. Are you interested? Hello? Where are you?
Who dis? New account, who dis? The thing is, though, what really annoys me is Nicholas sold a porta cot last week, right? Mm-hmm. And the person said, I'm going to be coming, I can only come at 9:45 in the morning after I drop the kids off in the school, blah, blah, blah. Can you make sure someone's available? We're like, cool. So I changed my schedule around, made sure I was home, this and that and the other. I was going to go out and do something. It gets like 10 o'clock, I messaged Nicholas saying they haven't come yet. And the person writes back at 10:30 saying, oh yeah, I bought a different one yesterday. So not only did you not buy it, but you didn't even tell us.
Yeah.
So I lost like an hour and a half of my morning waiting for this person to then just go, oh no, I bought another one yesterday. No thanks, I've changed my mind.
Honestly, should we start the channel we were talking about called, don't want to get demonetized, but shit's fucked, mate. And just, have these gripes.
Yeah.
I mean...
It literally ruined my morning. I was so annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
I went, I don't mind that you're not buying it, but tell me.
Yes.
You bought something you knew yesterday.
Yeah. To quote George Costanza, we live in a society, people.
Anyway, when time is so precious. I'm nearly 40. Time is precious.
Tell me about it.
So, yeah, there needs to be more accountability for people on Marketplace going, well, you need to some people say you need to leave a deposit before they'll do pending. I understand that now.
Yeah.
I used to say, well, no, I'm not giving you a deposit. You might just keep my money. It's like, no, they've obviously been screwed around.
Yeah, here's the thing. I sold some Blu-rays to this guy in Western Australia the other day and paid instantly. And then he saw, you've got these other ones. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take those as well. And it was like too late for me to go to the post office that day. I said, okay, look, first thing tomorrow, I'll take care of that. And then I couldn't do it that morning. I felt so guilty because he'd paid me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I've got to get this stuff to him as soon as possible. I felt terrible.
But you had to jack it first.
Well, natural.
I had shit to do.
I got priorities, man. Yeah. Finally got it sent off and all that kind of business. That was a load off my mind. But yeah, man, I can't get my head around people who are like, oh, no, I bought another one. Or...
And not telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. But Homer and Bart, this is where we talked about earlier, where they see each other. How do you do, sir? That's always it's great. Dan C's voice of, I don't know. How do you do, sir?
The posh voice, yeah.
Yeah, but then Skinner finds a spore. Now, do you know what a spore is?
A
spore refers to a track, trail, or scent left by an animal which can be used to follow or identify them. So he finds Bart's double mint bubblegum here.
Okay.
Trying to double your fun, Simpson? How about I double your detention, which you were mentioning earlier? Skinner now says that we enter Endgame, which now, Endgame is obviously Avengers now, isn't it?
Pretty much,
whenever someone says Endgame, it's like, it's the Avengers movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was always a great phrase to use.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chess term, of course, but I mean, Yeah, it just sounds like now we enter Endgame.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Oh, shit just got real, I guess.
Yeah, it really did. Bart sees him as he walks out of the ice cream store and bails. And we get a great montage here of just Bart running away. Now, they use a clip here. I'm pretty sure they say in the commentary, I forgot to revisit the commentary for this review. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure him running down the cliff face or running down the grassy field, the mountain, was taken from Camp Krusty when the rocks were chasing after them, but they just included Bart.
I've heard about that as well.
I'm pretty sure they just reused stock footage, for that because they wanted to pad it out a bit.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong at all. And so then we get him cutting the bridge behind. Now, is that a reference to anything? Cutting the bridge? I know there's got a T-1000. Or is it just the Terminator? This part here.
It feels more Terminator 2. It doesn't really feel like Arnold. It feels more like Robert Patrick's T-1000, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, and the bit with Bart cutting the bridge. I don't know. It feels like it could be anything. I got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom vibes.
Yeah. At the end with the
prepare to meet Cully in hell. Yeah. Was that? Yeah, that's when he's holding up the sword and good movie.
I remember we revisited that, didn't we? Review it?
Temple of Doom. I don't know if we did.
Pretty sure we touched on it for some reason, and I'm just like, this is incredibly racist. This movie.
Oh, sure.
But it was 1984. Yeah, I love that movie. It's not a kids movie though at all.
No. Well, pretty much responsible for the PG-13 rating.
Was it really? Oh,
yeah, I think that and Gremlins.
Yeah, because Gremlins is not a kids movie.
No, well, it's got some kind of gruesome stuff in it. I mean, before you had the in America at least with their rating system, you had PG and you had R. So it's funny. You look back at like the 70s and early 80s.
So Jaws was PG.
I believe so. Yeah,
there you go. Or was that? No, it would have been R, right?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it was PG.
Really?
Yeah. I was about to say you go back to the 70s and early 80s and you look at stuff that's rated PG. It's like wow.
What was Boobarama rated?
Well, that's an R-rated. Yeah, double,
R-rated,
triple feature. So,
triple feature. So we've got the montage here of him going through the water. Now he says here he's like some non-giving up school guy.
Mm-hmm.
There must have been an original line there because his mouth does not sync up in any way with non-giving up school guy. His mouth's like all over the place.
Well, did you do a bit of lip reading? Or?
Well, you can't do it. It's animated. I can't really tell. No. I thought it might have been a deleted scene. We're going to touch on some deleted scenes in just a few moments, but it was no deleted scene there. I thought maybe they tweaked something. But then he's climbing the cliff face. He looks down. He sees Skinner climbing after him. Pretty cool front-on shot of Skinner who's coming after him like the Terminator. He hides behind that rock. And just as the car's driving past, Skinner's about to pounce on him, and we realise that Bart has jumped in the car because they planted the seed a bit earlier that Freddie Quimby was driving around in his car.
Correct.
And Bart has now jumped in the back. I'm not paying you to talk. And they arrive at the Quimby compound. I love the idea of it being a compound.
Oh,
it's not just Quimby residence; it's the Quimby compound. Yeah. And Freddie bursts through the hedge and displays the Quimby wit that's won the public's heart by grabbing a football and chucking in the punch. The punch has been spiked. Such good lines. He's such a dickhead. But it's such a good line.
I'm sure that both you and I know someone who would probably do something like that at a party to announce their presence.
Yeah.
Sort of like, guess what? Time to get the party started because I'm here. Yeah.
And in our minds, we're going, what a dickhead. But we're just like, we're clapping like everybody else.
Nice one.
Well, I've always been a fan here of this scene of the people who get splashed by the punch first and foremost, and they're clearly bothered by it. They've got frowns on their face. And he says a line, and they smile and clap.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, these people here all come across like people who have been paid to be there because Quimby introduces, he goes, that's my nephew, Freddie. Well, it's Freddie's 18th birthday party. Why is this person there? He doesn't know who Freddie Quimby is. So I feel like just to boost his ego, the Quimby has just hired people to be there.
It's the social event of the season, I'm sure. Yeah. So they need to pad the numbers, maybe.
Yeah. But Bart bumps into Quimby. Who are you, little boy? He says he's his long-lost nephew, I think, Bart.
Bart, yeah.
Deleted scene.
Hit me.
Right, so after this, Quimby then introduces, he goes, oh, well, you'd know my mother or your nan. And he introduces Daisy, right? An old relative, his mum, who gets around in one of those devices, almost looks like a Dalek, but it's like the whole body's in the
So like a portable iron lung.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And Bart speaks to her and she responds via the beep sounds.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So he says, what's your favorite cartoon? Beep. She goes, Roadrunner, hey. But then she actually speaks and says, can you get me a piece of cake? It adds nothing. It's not funny. It's so bizarre. And she has been introduced in later episodes as not in this state.
Okay.
Like she's just a woman, right? An elderly woman. I'm glad they deleted this because deleted scenes are usually deleted for a reason. This one, no good.
It sounds like it should have been absolutely completely deleted and not even included in deleted scenes.
Yeah.
But forget it existed.
Bart then sees Randy Wolfcastle, but he doesn't call him Randy Wolfcastle. He calls him McBain. I love that. He's like, to the kid, he's McBain. Hey, McBain, your last movie sucked. Script problems from day one. Wiggum says, magic ticket my ass, McBain. This is one of those moments I was touching on earlier where, as a kid, it's just funny hearing Wiggum say, magic ticket my ass, McBain. He's like, oh, my mighty heart is breaking. You feel like that's just funny. But it's a Last Action Hero reference.
It really is, yeah. Oh, they've gone pretty deep on it because, Last Action Hero came out in 93 and Arnold's kind of like, oh,
it's such a weird movie.
It's me against Jurassic Park and I'm going to take it down because he was kind of untouchable at that stage. I mean, he was coming off Terminator 2.
Had he done Junior or Twins yet?
I think he'd done Twins.
Okay.
And maybe even Kindergarten Cop.
I was 92, yeah.
Yeah. So he's riding high because, Twins did really well. Terminator 2 was a big hit. So was Kindergarten Cop.
Terminator 2 that was 92, wasn't it? No, 91.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop a success. I like that. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I don't mind it either. It's pretty good. I was thinking, well, if I combine action and comedy, the two things I'm excelling at, the audience will love it. And you're right. Last Action Hero is a weird movie, but it's got all this terrific talent involved. Directed by John McTiernan, who made Die Hard, and I don't know. It's sort of been reclaimed a bit lately. It's like, that sense of humor we thought was weird in '93 is now kind of
ready for it.
It's what we do now. But I remember reading this great article about the making of Last Action Hero, and they talk about script problems from day one.
Oh,
apparently
really?
It really did. And they sort of brought on all these other people, these high-profile writers, to try and fix it up, and they kept adding stuff, and it was like
too many different voices.
Yeah, you've a house designed by like 7 architects, and it's just like no, so no wonder audiences are going, wait, what now?
The Star Wars new sequels.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I loved, I just thought that was a really, really nifty shout out, and just, great work with my mighty heart is breaking. I'll be in a Humvee. Because, Arnold was driving around in Humvees all the time as well. It's like,
was he? Yeah.
This is the only car big enough for the Austrian oak.
Yeah. And his wife was Maria at the time.
And his wife was Maria Shriver. Yeah. Who was, Kennedy adjacent.
Yeah, because wasn't it through marriage or something? She was related to Kennedys? Yeah. So it's now time for, I've got here lunch, but we had a line later in the episode. We might as well touch on it now. Mo gets paid off, right? And he goes, Freddie Quimby was with me for the entire night in question. Wasn't this party during the day? Wasn't this a daytime thing? How did that excuse? It doesn't make any sense.
That's true. I hadn't really
there was no
considered
night
that.
in question. It was daytime. How long was Bart at this party? Why is it dinner time now? And did Bart not go home at nighttime? It's just, anyway. So it's time for dinner or whatever, and we get the chowder moment. I want to stop.
Can be said?
I want to stop using the word iconic, right? Because there's too many iconic moments in The Simpsons. That word just gets thrown around too much. Leonard's rubbed off on me. The word iconic, right? But when it comes to moments that people remember from The Simpsons, the chowder is pretty up there.
It very much is.
Yeah, and for good reason. I really love just how much of a dickhead Freddie Quimby is.
Oh yeah,
just the chowder. It's chowder. Say it right. But you can't. You got to give full credit to Dan C here, right? He made this moment. But when the waiter's like, I've had enough. I'm not through demeaning you
yet.
Is just the ultimate heel dickhead line. I'm not through demeaning you. Get back here.
I think you'll find a lot of people who'll say they judge the quality of another person by how they treat wait staff. Mm-hmm. I mean, have you ever been to a restaurant?
We touched on it recently on one of our podcasts. It might have been Passion of the Jew, where it's the things you can get away with, or not get away with, but the looking after local businesses, supporting local businesses,
sure,
right? Being nice to them, and the karma will come back to you.
I think we might have been talking about
Leela of Our Own.
We were talking about
Tales of Futurama, which is exclusively on our Patreon. If you have not heard that yet, it means you're not a supporter of ours on Patreon. So please do so.
Please do so.
We review every episode of Futurama, Seinfeld, King of the Hill. What else are we doing on there? Bob's Burgers now.
Bob's Pods. We talk about so many shows and in such great detail and such great depth and
every
with
single
such
month.
Great insight and wit and all that good stuff.
But I often share this meme on the page when it's Christmas time or whatnot. It's a busy time. Be kind to retail staff.
Oh, sure.
Because they aren't your enemy. They are just trying to get through life, pay those bills, and they are the middleman between you getting your product, right? And between the business and you getting your product. So just be kind to them. They will look after you. If you are nice and polite, I guarantee you probably 8 out of 10 people that go to these places are probably shit customers who are rude and expect that the whole world revolves around them. If you are kind and polite to these retail staff or just waiters or anyone in general, they will go the extra mile for you.
I love a good cliche. as listeners of the show will realise. But there are a few that sort of very much apply to the situation. One of it is you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, to which the response is, why do you want to catch flies?
Or just don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick is a really good one, but also this is one that gets used a lot. It's right up there with, live, laugh, love. But,
I love that.
But you see it a lot when people are, having a dark night of the soul and posting stuff on on social media, basically saying, be kind, everyone is fighting a battle you don't know about.
Yeah.
It's a bit corny and a bit cheesy. Ingredients of a good chowder, one might say. But it's very, very true. The person behind the counter who is kind of like, not giving you their A game or 100% or don't have their game face on.
They've had a bad day.
They may well be having a shit day.
They've had a bad day.
Yeah. Who's saying that?
That was Daniel.
I want to say Bedingfield.
Yeah, Bedingfield. Yeah, because Natasha's his sister. Yeah.
That's right. Yes. What a power couple of siblings they are. But anyone who treats wait staff badly, especially, it's like, bring me more wine, more chowder, or whatever. Yeah, you kind of suck.
It's Daniel Powder, by the way, not Daniel Bedingfield. I just want to make sure. I know it was Daniel somebody. It's Daniel Powder. Yeah, had it same.
There is a Daniel Bedingfield.
There is, yes, who did not sing Bad Day.
Daniel Powder has probably only ever had that one hit.
Turns out he's just like an icon.
Yeah, no, but he's like...
He made that song and then he had a lot of bad days.
Well, he's listening to this podcast going, it's me! Yeah. It's me!
It's Powder! Say it right!
You nailed it. You did really well there. But that's all I had to say. Just, treat your wait staff well, because it's an indication of a low-quality human being, someone who, look, if you're getting bad service, by all means, maybe don't leave a tip or...
There's a reason you got spit in your food. It's usually because you're being a dickhead.
That's, I mean, we've all watched Fight Club and better be nice to the wait staff.
There's one thing to take from that film is be nice to wait staff.
That's the main takeaway from Fight Club. Yeah, there's nothing else in there.
But Freddie Quimby, he was not nice to this guy. He tries to leave. I'm not through demeaning you. So he follows after him. And I particularly also love the guy, I think it's to his left as we're looking at Freddie. He's just looking at him with a bit of a side eye like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I love how they don't really sort of do too many cutaways or anything like that. No. But they're making it fairly clear. Everyone thinks Freddie's kind of a penis.
You're out of line here. There's no need for this. There's just no need for this.
Yeah, but just I initially wrote down just it's chowder because that's just very funny. But I've got sort of like subsets underneath that. And one of those I'm not through demeaning you, which is hilarious. But I think probably my favorite out of all that is just when he's following him into the kitchen. Say it, Frenchie. Yeah. Say chowder.
Say it, Frenchie.
You're so terrible. Yeah.
and then the guy attempts it. Show dear. Yeah. And it's the laugh as well. Ha 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 ha. Ciao dear. Ciao dear.
It's great work by Dan C because he sort of telegraphed that laugh, and it's the first thing you hear from Freddie when Bart sees him outside the window. It's just ha ha.
Yeah.
Can you believe I got all this dropping out of the 5th grade?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade, sorry, yes. I don't want to make him more of an achiever than he actually was. But all that.
In that 10 seconds, it was acting from Dan C on another level, honestly.
Very good.
How many characters? He's appeared in several episodes throughout, but in the golden era, this was he's a one-time character in regards to the golden era, right? Freddie Quimby.
Yes.
But he packs so much punch in that 15 seconds.
Oh, goodness.
Holy shit.
Now, whether it's the era that, we were watching it in, and, this is season 5, so, we're kind of in the midst of the gold rush, and this is a really good era. Yeah, it just felt like an embarrassment of riches, didn't it? That we're getting all these wonderful, wonderful characters.
Yeah, Hank Scorpio's another one, Frank Grimes is another one, but I think Freddie Quimby, as much as he's a dickhead, you just have to love it.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't care.
Yeah, everybody loves a good heel, and this guy's a spectacular.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he didn't really do anything wrong. He was being rude.
He's just horrible. Yeah. But he's not a criminal.
No. But Bart sneaks into the kitchen. He finds the biggest Rice Krispie square he's ever seen, takes a bite out of it. Then Freddie and the waiter enter, and we hear him getting attacked. And we hear it. We see the silhouettes. Bart's watching it, and I think it's what does Freddie say? I'm going to enjoy this.
That's it.
Wiggum then enters afterwards. And initially, he's more shocked by the fact that the Rice Krispie square has a bite out of it. And then it turns out the waiter's been brutally beaten as well. Deleted scene.
Oh, okay.
After that moment, this scene actually went a little bit longer. After he says that, the woman next to him says, well, I actually heard Freddie arguing with him over the chowder. And he says, what does it argue about? Can't we all just agree it's a delicious seafood bisque? And then the waiter on the floor goes, bisque. So he says it differently. I think it's important that as funny as that is, you have to cut it out.
It's surplus to requirements.
Yeah.
It's the way you're explaining it's a pretty good gag, I guess. And I can hear, Wiggum saying it's a delightful seafood bisque.
Yeah, because they I think this episode wants you to think that Freddie Quimby is actually guilty throughout, right? Because we don't know what's happened. We don't know. It's waiter.
Yeah, you wouldn't have it the way it is if there was no sort of element of doubt about it.
And I think it's hard to have any sympathy for the waiter if he's talking back to Wiggum. It makes him come across like, oh, he's a smart ass too.
Yeah, not that we're blaming the victim or anything like that, but yeah, I mean it's.
You had it coming.
It's a pattern of behaviour.
Yeah,
he's sort of this guy's a perpetual bear poker.
I just thought they're just as bad as each other, and we don't want that mentality throughout the episode.
Yeah.
But we come back from commercial. Marge is reading the paper that you mentioned earlier. Quimby nephew charged in beating. Chowder said wrong. Marge says that she hopes he gets what's coming to him, but Bart claims he's innocent. I tell you, he's innocent, and even though there were no witnesses, but it's like, well, I'm surprised no one in a crowded party saw what happened there. And he says, didn't you read it? No witnesses. Case closed. And then he reads the funnies. And what does he see in the funnies?
Well, Charlie Brown says good grief.
Yeah, who saw that coming? We're back on the prison bus. I'm glad they didn't go back to the school bus. It's still the prison bus.
Just a quick sort of sidebar, thought experiment, whatever.
Sure.
Wouldn't you love it if you had a creative team like the caliber of, say, vintage Simpsons?
Swartzwelder, Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Made the pitch to the Charles Schulz estate and did like an animated Simpsons vintage era style Peanuts show.
Wasn't there a Peanuts show?
Oh, there were, but I mean,
it's not primetime TV.
Yeah. I imagine you could have made something really great. They already did. I love the existing Peanut specials, but
I think it's got a particular crowd. The Peanuts. It's very. I hate using the word hipster, but like very hipster.
Actually, you might be right.
And I think it would seem too commercial if it had that show.
Actually, yeah. Don't cut any of this out. I'm going to own my mistake. It's not even a mistake, really. But yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be as much of a cultural phenomenon as something like The Simpsons, but it would be much loved. You know that I'm a real sort of nerd, and I love the movies of Wes Anderson.
Yeah, that's a Wes Anderson thing.
Yeah, it'd be his audience that would really dig a well-done Peanut show, because, I think Wes Anderson has thrown like the Vince Guaraldi music into a couple of his movies. Yeah.
Simpsons have used it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, you're right. It would be a cult hit.
Yeah, because Charlie Brown is still, or Peanuts is still one of those things, if you know, kind of thing. You don't see people talking about Peanuts anymore, right?
That's the thing, yeah. Snoopy used to be everywhere, right? There used to be merch everywhere.
This sounds silly, I know, but I remember Macca's had a thing, Snoopy Around the World thing going once, where like every country had their own version of Snoopy, and there was like 50
Snoopy with sombrero.
There was like 50 different. This is before pop vinyls. You know what I mean? There was like 50 different Snoopies to get in Happy Meals. So you had to go to McDonald's all these times to collect all these various Snoopies. Great marketing campaign. But when it comes, like, I knew about Snoopy, but I didn't really know much about Peanuts. I knew who Snoopy was, but I didn't have any idea who Charlie Brown and all that was, because it wasn't really a huge thing for kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But as 90s kids got older, like, oh, yeah, it's Charlie Brown Christmas. And yeah, it's cool to know, because it's not a... Everyone knows Peanuts, but it's not on the level of Simpsons is what I'm trying to say.
That's right, yeah.
Like, if you said to my mum, what do you know about Peanuts? She'd go, oh, Snoopy's in it. That's all she'd know.
Okay,
yeah. But yeah, I just think it's kept that cool factor because it's not on the level of Simpsons, so the hipster crowd.
I get where you're coming from, yeah.
But anyway, we're back on the prison bus, and Bart comes clean to Lisa. He has to get it off his chest. He has to tell somebody, so he confides in Lisa. He knows the frog waiter got whacked, right? And she tells him, well, you have to come clean. You have to tell him, because he's innocent. You can't let him go to prison. And she says, well, why can't you tell anybody? Accused Skinner at the window, saying once he proves it, he'll be shipping him off to Christian Military Reform School. And then Bart says, what he said, right? And my notes here, I get why Bart said this line. I get why Swartzwelder wrote this line of I saw the frog waiter get whacked, right? But in the grand scheme of things, for the sake of the story, you need that line there, because you need, as a viewer, to think that someone beat up the waiter.
Yeah.
It's revealed at the end that he just slipped and hurt himself. But if Bart saw it all unfolding, why would he say the frog waiter got whacked?
Yeah.
Because he knows he didn't get whacked.
Ah, right.
It suits the story and what they
that
want us to
stage
think.
of the story,
what it wants us to think at that time.
Where they want to lead us.
But it makes no sense that Bart would actually say the line, the frog waiter got whacked, because he know he didn't get whacked.
It's a good point. Yeah. The main sort of nitpick I had about that was like, I don't think Skinner's got the authority to ship you off to another school.
That's my other point here. I'm like, Skinner can send people to other schools?
Yeah, it's like he can expel you from that school.
Yeah.
But, he can't like... No, it's the parents would send you off to another school.
It could just be an empty threat trying to break Bart and trying to trick him.
Yes.
Mind games.
Yes.
Yeah. But
authority figures will do that to you.
But Lisa says, well, if he is innocent, he'll be found not guilty by a fair and impartial jury. Cut to them watching Homer open the mail. Jury duty. Oh, that Quimby kid hanged for this. But then my man, Scott Christian, he's in the studio because Kent Brockman's out doing a live...
He's out in the field.
A live cross from the courthouse. And there's a little bit here. So it starts with Ochman, just outside the county courtroom. I love the little bit. You don't hear him say Kent Brockman. It's Ochman.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they would cut to people and they miss the start or they miss their cues. It's just a little thing.
Yeah, you don't see it as much these days, although it was very funny the other night. I was watching the ABC News and they were talking about the trial that's captivated the world, the whole Erin Patterson mushroom trial thing.
Yeah. I know nothing about it. I know she murdered people with lacing mushrooms or something.
Yeah, she put death cap mushrooms in the beef Wellington and then fed it to her in-laws. 3 of them died.
Not great.
Not great.
How did she have 3 in-laws?
Mother and father-in-law and maybe like an aunt or something.
Sounds like a great person.
Oh, yeah. You got people coming forward saying, she's evil. In the year 2025, we expect everything to run sort of very, very smoothly. Ha, ha, ha. But the ABC News, normally very slick and professional, they're like, we cut now to our story about Erin Patterson. And it was just like...
A goat drinking milk?
Yeah,
like Simpsons.
It was kind of like Homer Badman. It had like a freeze frame on something and it's like... Cut back.
No, Miss Patterson.
No, Miss Patterson. Please don't feed me those mushrooms. Get away from me. We're like, no. But they sort of cut back to the newsreader who's clearly not flustered, but it's like, we'll return you to that story in just a moment.
You know how professional, how good someone is at being a news reporter when they have to make up for a mistake.
Yeah.
How they cover in real time.
Except then they cut to another little bit and that kind of worked. And it's like, we now return you to that story already.
In progress.
Yeah. And then it fucked up again. And she told him, do you want getting frustrated? It was like, we will get to that story.
and now to sport.
And it's the main story that everybody's talking about. It's the lead story on the news. But yeah, I found that really funny. So and it reminded me of that. Ochman.
In that moment though, I feel like I, as a viewer, would appreciate more if they took the mickey out of themselves and made a joke about it, as rather than go, we've got things under control, don't worry, we're very professional here, we'll get back to that in a moment. Just be like, well, I know what happened. What are you going to do?
I think when you're talking about the death of 3 people and a woman being found guilty and going to prison for probably the rest of her life, you're going to go, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
But it comes back to, wow, that didn't go well.
Yeah, but I love it when Kent's out in the field, and I very much liked what he was doing here, especially when he lets his sort of professional newsman pride and
Little
jealousy
rant.
sort of rise to the floor. He's like, what do they call it?
He says here, behind these doors, a federal judge will ladle out steaming bowls of rich, creamy justice, much like chowder, in a case the media have dubbed "beat up waiter." Yeah. And he goes, ha! This reporter is just a Waitergate, but was shuttered down at the press club.
Personally, Waitergate is better. I don't even get what beat it waiter means.
Beat up waiter. Like, I don't get it. No. But he tries to sneak in quietly because it's illegal to broadcast.
Yeah, so we've got to be very quiet.
Yes, and they slam the door. And then Skinner and Homer, this is where you get the reading your thoughts. Now, this is the other moment, right? So, this scene here, the meow, 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 right? Absolutely baffling as to what the hell's going on when you're a kid watching this.
Yes.
If you're outside of the United States, you have no idea what's happening. Yeah. It's just, the joke is, you think, oh, Homer's just so stupid that he's got nothing going on in his mind except for a cat sound going meow, 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 meow. And he's so stupid that he's singing it in a tune. This is actually a jingle for a brand called Meow Mix.
Yeah.
And have you actually listened to it? It's literally meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
I'm going to play it for you. Have you ever listened to it?
Here's the thing. When I first watched this episode back in the day, it's like, I know that tune.
But you can never buy it in Australia.
No, that's the thing. I mean, they must have alluded to it on other shows or something like that. Or
you ready for it?
Hit me.
It makes you want to dance. It's so good. Oh, here we go. So you'd understand why Homer would be like singing that in his head.
That's as catchy as hell.
It's when the music kicks in. It's like, meow, meow.
It's jaunty and bouncy.
It's a real thing.
It really is. Look, I won't say it ruined my brain, but it kind of rewired my brain in some ways, because anytime I hear like a really catchy ad jingle now, I think of Don Draper pitching it.
Oh, okay, yes.
I can just
meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
This
meow, 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 meow.
This feels more like a Peggy Olsen kind of thing. But you just imagine someone at the ad agency, because I don't know if that's 50s or 60s or 70s.
Whatever it is, it's genius.
It's genius. But yeah, imagine going to the client, imagine going to Mr. Meow Mix.
Yeah.
Or it could be Mrs. Meow Mix, who knows?
You bring in the guy with the piano.
But yeah, they've built up a pretty, good brand. We're selling a lot of cat food, but it's time to break on through to the next level. How can we do that? How can we really capture market share? Advertising guy comes in. Listen to this. Meow, 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 mew, meow, meow, meow.
And it just keeps going.
Oh, yeah. How would you be if you're...
That's a gamble, right?
Yeah, if you're the CEO of Meow Mix,
yeah.
It's like, wow, are we going to go all in on this? What do you think? Should we do it? Let's do it.
It seems corny, but it clearly worked.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Yeah, I didn't know that it was Meow Mix, but I knew the tune.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't know it was... Maybe like, one of the TV networks had shown like, some kind of filler program. It's like crazy American ads, or, these, can you believe those crazy Americans? This is how they sell cat food. Meow, 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 meow. It's like, and you sort of pick up on it that way because it was familiar to me, even if I didn't know it was Meow Mix.
That's why it's such a great reference. And The Simpsons did this so well in the golden era. They'd reference things where you would go, this has to be something.
Yeah.
But it works just on the level of Homer's stupid and he's just singing meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. That's funny enough as a kid, right?
It really is, right? Yeah. How many times have we said, a funny voice just, gets you most of the way there.
It's South Park to a T, right? Funny voices.
Sure
the thing is, the fact that it's actually a reference and you hear the real, you're like, it makes it even funnier.
And on top of that, even better. I mean, Skinner's got his very serious face on because he's, your ass is mine. That's right. I say ass.
I think words I would never say.
That's right. And then you cut over to Homer. He's got exactly the same face. Yeah. He's got his dead serious juror number 2 face on. He's like, and
it's always concerned.
I know you can hear my thoughts, and it's what it is. It's a fantastic gag. I mean, it's, as I'd like to say, as smart as you need and as dumb as you like. It's fantastic. I love it so much.
It's the face. It's the Homer's face.
It's the face. Yeah.
He looks worried, but also very serious.
Yeah, like
it's so good.
Like, he's listening to life and death situation in the courtroom.
No, it's TV jingles. Meow, 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 meow.
And that the face stays that poker face all the way through. We love you, John Schwartzwelder. We love this episode of The
Simpsons. Then we have Matt Groening. He's the artist in the courtroom.
Yep.
The joke being that it just looks like Freddie Quimby. Because it's Matt Groening's design.
Yeah, and it's nice little throwaway. Hey, Matt Groening.
He signs it, then the lawyer claims that the waiter is a shady character because he wasn't even born in this country. The press run to the phone. Next time, you tell me everything.
I love those revelations like, I'm not even wearing a tie.
I'm not wearing a tie at all. Then we have Moe's testimony. He says he was with Freddie Quimby the entire night in question, which we've already discussed. It doesn't really make much sense, but he was collecting canned goods for the people of one of those losing countries.
Oh, man.
Then, he's clearly innocent.
Someone says he has innocent-looking hair. I think that's...
Oh, really?
It's either someone in the jury box or someone in the court. But you hear a lot of that sort of sotto voce. Oh, he's clearly innocent.
Yes.
But can I just say something real quickly about... they're collecting cans for people in those loser countries. When I went to the cinema the other day to see Jurassic World Rebirth, one of the ads they had beforehand was for... everyone's sort of collecting recyclable bottles these days. It's like, you can make some money off this.
$2.70.
Yeah. That's the thing. They made it like this. It was this little girl who was collecting bottles on that they made her out to be this total girl boss who's like completely strutting around like, I took Lou's son Felix. We looked at his son. This kid made like $3.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be this. I mean, look, however you can make ends meet these days, by all means do so. But for her to be strutting around like, yeah, check out the girl boss. Like, I don't think you made that much money.
It also balances out. Because I said to Nicola the other day, we've been buying bottles because it's cheaper that way, buying by the bottle, right?
Yes.
Our Pepsi Max. And
all right, yeah.
And we put it through. You don't get as much because you only get 10 cents for a bottle and 10 cents for a can. Like, it doesn't matter the size. It's one thing, one item. You get 10 cents for it, right? So I was like, oh, but you didn't get much this time because it was all bottles. But then, as Nicola pointed out, yeah, but the bottles are cheaper to buy in the first place. So if you buy the cans, you're paying more. You're going to get more when you recycle them, but you're paying more in the first place to get them in the house. So it all works out the same.
Logical gal.
Yeah, so it's like you might as well just get the bottles.
Might as well.
Yeah, because it works out the bottles on Amazon were $1.20 a litre and the cans were $2.10. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? Bottles. But yeah, so yeah, I do love watching those ads for local businesses at the movies. They're always funny.
Lou said to me, because,
we should have an ad. Why not?
Oh, not us, but me.
I'm just saying we should.
Well, actually, yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah. We got some news while we were recording this episode. Can I talk about this? Hey.
No.
Okay, fine. Some listeners of the show, particularly patrons, may know that I am...
Can I just interject one thing? That's where you would have the button soon where we'd have the... Have you heard about this? It would be perfect for that moment.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about it?
We're going to start having sound drops, and we're going to have the roadcast, and Guy's going to have his little button, so he's going to be... A lot of sound bites going in this... The first episode's going to be full of them, because Guy's going to be like, this one's fun.
I'm going to insist on the air horn that goes... Yeah. But yours truly has been studying for a certificate in celebrancy, which means I could conduct weddings, funerals, other sort of ceremonies.
Not celibacy.
Not celibacy. No, I could teach lessons in that. But just been announced, got an email saying, guess what? You have passed the course. You are now certified to do so.
Satisfactory.
Yes, indeed. So I've got to put the shingle out and say, Guy Davis for all your funeral needs. And the lovely Louise was saying, you should make one of those ads that they play in the cinemas. And I'm like,
do you plan to die soon? Have I got the man for you? Me! Is your mum on death's door?
Let me help.
Let me open it for her.
And then we'll play Let My Love Open the Door. Yeah. We just came up with that in real time. Fantastic. But anyway, yeah. Lou was saying, yeah, you should make one of those. And I don't know, kind of considering it.
It costs like $5,000.
Not considering it as much now. Unless, hey, everyone wants to sort of get in on the ground floor and help a brother out.
I remember I was going to do it years and years and years and years and years ago when I thought that local advertising would have made sense for the podcast when it doesn't actually. No. But it was like, yeah, just $5,000 a month. And I was like, I'd rather not.
No.
I'd rather not. Just backed away into the hedge. But yeah, well done, sir.
Hey, thanks very much.
How long has it been? 3 months? Been doing it 6 months?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah,
where are we?
Yeah, just over 6 months.
Yeah, it's good. You got like emotional, didn't you?
I did a little bit.
Well, it's been a big part of your life, hasn't it?
It's been a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work indeed, yeah. It's just nice when you've put so much effort into something that you finally get the credit, or it's like
yes.
you knew you were going to pass. I mean, you've said it, like you're never going to fail, but it's just knowing it's actually happened.
Yes.
I've officially passed. Now I can take the next step.
Take the next step, exactly right. Because that's what life's all about, taking the next step.
It is indeed, yeah. So Guy will not be on the podcast after season 20 because he's too good for this show now.
Mitch is making a comeback.
Mitch is like, I ain't coming back to that shit.
It's going to be Dan. What do you say, senor? What do you say, Senor Lopez?
You know what's in my thoughts, listeners?
Mitch.
But then, where were we up to in the episode? So we had the most testimony. Most
loser
testimony.
countries, yes.
Yes, loser countries. That's right. Loser countries. Canned goods. Yeah. But Wickham hands in the bags with the dollar signs. My laundry is done. I also think it's funny to think that someone in canon has gone to the effort of putting dollar signs on the money bags just to make sure that Mo knows that he's getting money. It'd be pretty disappointing robbing a bank and not having the dollar signs, right?
I know, right?
It's one of those things that's just, it's done purely for the visual factor. So when you're watching a TV show or whatever, you know that there's money in there.
Mm.
But just imagine if you went to a bank and you grabbed a bag and it had dollar symbol. You're like, this is the greatest. Right, I want to run around hold a bag with a dollar sign on it. Do you think, I don't know, would you look stupid, do you think? Do you think people would
think so.
Would people think you just robbed a bank if you walked around with a bag with a dollar sign on it?
I think maybe 1% of the population would think that. The others would go, look at that hipster sack.
But I'm also dressed as the Hamburglar though. So.
Well, if you've got a bandit mask on, yes. People are naturally going to make that assumption.
But Bart says, look, he doesn't need my testimony anymore because he's going to win. And Lisa says, that's because he's buying his innocence and the system works. Just ask Klaus von Bülow. Now,
we talk a bit about Klaus von Bülow?
You go for it, yeah. I've got notes, but you go for it.
Okay, Klaus von Bülow was a British socialite who was accused of murdering his wife
Sonny
von Bülow, by way of a lethal injection of insulin.
She became a vegetable for like 20 years.
Yeah, she was in
vegetative state.
That's right.
Static state or something it's called.
Something along those lines. Yes, yeah. And he was very much this sort of aristocratic type. And
Lyle Lanley.
Yeah, and everyone was kind of like, oh, but someone who speaks so well couldn't have done this kind of thing. And, it was a very high
profile. Oh, he's clearly innocent.
Oh, yeah, he has innocent-looking hair. Except I think he might have been bald. It was a very high-profile case. Yeah. Von Bülow was represented by a gentleman named Alan Dershowitz, who was a very high-profile lawyer. Mm-hmm. They made a movie out of it called A Reversal of Fortune, starring Jeremy's Iron as Von Bülow. So, it was a pretty high-profile case. But, everyone sort of was like, it was like a precursor to something like OJ, where it was like, well, this guy clearly did it, right? Yeah.
But what, you can't prove it? How can you prove it?
How can you not prove it? Yeah. But there was also, that thing of like, but he's, sophisticated and all that kind of thing. So, there was this weird cognitive dissonance. Like, all the evidence is stacked up against him, but at the same time, so charming.
Yes. But you got away with it, yeah. But Freddie Quimby is 100% innocent in this situation, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So then Hutt says that he's going to prove that not only is Freddie Quimby guilty, I think he's innocent of not being guilty or something along those lines. And then he brings in the expert witness, Dr. Hibbert, who says that 1 in 2 million people have the evil gene. Hitler had it, Walt Disney had it, and Freddie Quimby has it. And then Hutt rests his case. You rest your case? Oh, I thought it was just a figure of speech. Case closed. Phil Hartman.
Phil.
Then Apu points out that Homer is asleep wearing the glasses, which is a nice little sea plant for the ending of the episode, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I mean, Homer here is doing exactly what we'd all want to be doing in jury duty, right?
I was talking about jury duty with some friends the other night, and we're all like...
I've been asked to do it twice.
Yeah, I think I've been asked to do it twice as well, and I got out both times. Because, if you work for yourself, I think it's pretty much...
They can't force you.
Yeah, because, apparently if you work a 9 to 5 or you work a regular job or whatever, your employer has to pay a certain...
2 weeks, I think. Yeah. 10 days or something like that. When you're self-employed, you go, I'm literally going to lose money.
Yeah.
And they're like,
okay, fine, out of here.
Well, first I'm like, what's the case? Is it a good one?
Can I send an innocent person to jail? Yeah. I'd really like to do that.
Do I get free pot roasts? How many S's does innocent have?
Just another great visual gag with Homer. I mean, taking the glasses off, it's like, fine. I was like, okay, you caught me. But he realized he's got his backups.
And those. And they double down at the end with the 3. But the lawyer here calls Freddie to the stand so they can bask in his gentle decency. And I just love the theatrical smug turn to the courtroom. When he just stands up first, he turns to the courtroom, he's got his hands on his hips. He's like, look at me, everybody. And he asks Freddie if he assaulted Mr. Lacoste, is his name, the waiter.
That's right.
And he says he loves everything on God's green earth. And the lawyer says, well, you would never lose your temper over something as trivial as the pronunciation of chowder. It's chowder. I'll kill you. I'll kill all of you. Especially those of you on the jury. Well, that didn't go well. That is so great. Wow, that didn't go well. The fence rests. The jury then sent to decide their verdict. And Helen Lovejoy says, clearly he's guilty. We'll be home before dinner. Jasper's happy about that because the dog from Frasier is going to ride the dolphin from Sequest. Back when, I know I'm getting old, but I miss the days of destination TV where you knew something was being promoted, a special episode of a show was going to be airing that night. Yeah. And everyone at work's talking about it, and you're all going to be going home watching it at the same time. You can come back tomorrow and talk about it. Yeah. You couldn't go on social media. You had to wait till the next day, talk about it with your friends. Our viewing habits have changed now. Something will air, I can bring up The Bear. I still haven't watched The Bear Season 4. I was so excited for The Bear Season 4. Now that it's there, I'm like, I'll get to it.
Yeah, sure.
It used to be, well, if you didn't watch it, you weren't going to watch it.
That's right.
Yeah. I know that's just, it's a thing of the past, but I just miss it. I miss knowing you're watching everything with your mates in real time. There are still some things like that. There are some shows, like Game of Thrones, when it was on, it was at its peak. People were watching it at the same time. But I think the closest thing we have now to destination TV is sports events because you can't really...
It probably is, yeah. Or high-profile news stories like the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like you keep abreast of that with social media and stuff. You don't necessarily have to tune into the 6 o'clock bulletin.
Yeah.
to get the lowdown. You're sort of getting the lowdown all the time.
Because sporting events...
But sporting events are...
If you know the score, you don't really want to watch anymore. So it's like, what's the point in watching it?
Kind of, yeah. But they're very much sort of a closed loop or their own ecosystem, aren't they?
Yeah. Lisa then lays the guilt trip on Bart, saying it's because of him that an innocent man is going to jail, which I guess is technically true, but it's not Bart's fault.
No,
like he can save the day, but
that feels a little ginned up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. But Bart then considers coming clean, but then he says Skinner, and Skinner says he can't wait for the sentencing. That's where he really shines. And we cue the dream sequence of Skinner as the judge, giving Bart a lifetime of hard labor in the school cafeteria for playing hooky, and he gives some cream corn to Jimbo Jr., who calls it cream crap. Then Lisa brings over the judge because she says Bart's got something to say to you. She thinks he's going to come clean, but Bart chickens out here and says it's glad to see chicks on the bench. Keep up the good work, Toots.
Toots.
It's so demeaning, but I call Nicola Toots all the time. She knows that I'm not demeaning her. It's just a joke. It's that's the joke kind of thing. But Toots, good word. Hey, Toots.
It is good.
I get that it's a horrible word when used in the wrong context. But
I think,
hey, Toots,
it's fallen so far out of the everyday vernacular.
Yeah.
That
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, if you use it to someone, you're clearly using it ironically.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard to take offence. But I can understand why someone might.
We come back and we're in the jury room. They've all decided that he's guilty. Jasper doesn't want to vote. He's like, what's the point in voting? He's clearly guilty. Homer then says, no, I'm not too sure about this. What's sequestered mean? They explain it. Okay. What does deadlocked mean? Okay. Then Homer explains it for the audience at home who might not understand it. And Homer realizes that he can make the most of the situation and get free food, free accommodation, whatever, free Willy, a lot. And Skinner calls for a vote. And they all say guilty, except for Homer. How many yeses are in innocent? Yes. I mean, it makes sense. It fits the Homer character to do this, right?
Oh, to be a bit of a freeloader, absolutely.
Yeah. And he's not really... He's being selfish, but it's not like he's being a bad person. I don't think... Like, even if Freddie Quimby was guilty, Homer's getting some free shit.
Well, they allude to this in Wikipedia, but yeah, it's very much a reference to the film 12 Angry Men.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah, okay.
Which is basically about I believe it's a murder trial. And 11 of the jurors are very much like, oh, this guy's guilty, let's not waste any time here. He did it. There's one guy who's like, this person's life's on the line here. We'd better really sort of drill down on this and make sure. And everyone's like, why? It's evident. It's like, well, no, we're representatives of the legal system here. We've got to do our due diligence. And Homer just sort of doing not the inverse of it, but it's kind of like, no, we really need to, this guy might be innocent, by the way. Free Willy.
He should work at a free hotel.
That's exactly it.
We get to the free hotel, Springfield Palace Hotel. And Homer is the one on the phone to Marge, eating his weight in pot roasts, while Skinner is wearing the apron. He's the clean guy in the regular Odd Couple. He picks up the cigar button, whatever. He points out that they are the regular Odd Couple. Homer says, "Shut up." And that's the end of that. Bart is then watching Itchy and Scratchy. It's just finished. Lisa asks if his insides are being eaten out by the guilt of not coming clean. Again, going hard. Yeah. Bart's comeback is great, though. Save it for Hallmark, sis. I'm a cucumber, as in cool as A.
Yeah.
And we get McGonagall. McGonagall is so... I don't know. Is he a bad guy, McGonagall? He's showing no remorse for the... Oh, yeah. He's the reason Billy's dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a shit cop. Good cop.
Good cop. Gets results, but does it the wrong way, really.
Right.
Poor little Billy's like, I'm not really sure. Do it for me, McGonagall. Okay, for you, McGonagall. I'll be happy.
I don't mix up McBain and McGonagall, but yeah, McGonagall's the one where it's like, I think it's at the end of, I've forgotten which episode, but it's like they're talking back to the TV and Homer's very much like, because he gets results, you stupid chief.
It's the end of an episode. It's the end of Bart's Inner Child. What does that mean exactly? It means he gets results, you stupid chief. So they're watching McGonagall on TV in bed.
That's right, yeah. Homer, stop yelling at the TV.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so... that's a new show about the policeman who solves crimes in his spare time. Crank it, Homer. You busted up that crack house pretty bad, McGonagall. Did you really have to break so much furniture? You tell me, Chief. You had a pretty good view from behind your desk. McGonagall eases the pain.
Yeah. That's it.
McGonagall eases the pain.
McGonagall.
You're off the case, McGonagall. You're off the case, Chief. What does that mean exactly?
It means he gets results, you stupid Chief. Homer, be quiet. Or Homer, sit down or something like that.
I think that's just the... Dad, sit down.
Yeah. This
is the first time we see McGonagall.
Yes, indeed. Who's looking very much like Clint Eastwood. Yeah. But I'd forgotten about those two bits that I really loved.
McGonagall eases the pain.
McGonagall eases the pain. And I think that's the same episode because it's a callback because it has Troy McClure at the start because it's all about the self-help.
It's Al Brooks, yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, they pay me with this can of fortified wine.
Lionel Hutz, you mean? Lionel Hutz.
Oh, sweet liquor eases the pain.
Let's have a look. Is it Lionel Hutz that says that?
I thought it was Troy McClure.
Yeah, you're right. So it's Troy McClure from a self-help video. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such self-help videos as Smoke Yourself Thin and Get Confident Stupid. So good. Now I'm here to tell you about the real path to mental health. That's right. It's the Brad Goodman something or other. Marge, can you go outside and play? And then he says, a few weeks ago, I was washed up actor with a drinking problem. Then Brad Goodman came along and gave me this job and a can of fortified wine.
Sweet liquor eases the pain. And then by the end of
That's right. It's a callback.
It's McGonagall eases the pain. Yeah. Oh, great lines.
Just the Simpsons, man.
You wonder why we keep talking about it. This is the reason.
Yeah, it's so good. And why you hopefully keep listening and watching.
Please do.
Yes. But Bart is just like, he's watching McGonagall, but he's not bothered at all. But then he, as he said, after he watches McGonagall, he's like, oh
boy.
But even then, watching that, it would make you less inclined to want to come clean, right?
Oh, yeah, because poor old Billy ends up with his throat cut from your ear.
Hey, I'm trying to eat here. Yeah. I just love that Billy is dead.
Nice work by the chief.
I hope you're happy. Billy is dead.
Hey,
Slit his throat from ear to ear.
Hey, I'm trying to eat lunch here.
Then we have deleted scene.
Oh, okay.
Before we have Homer watching Free Willy, it was going to be the night before, and Skinner is having a PTS dream from the war. He's like, no, don't do this. Don't shoot at me. Blah, blah, blah. And Homer is sitting there with the popcorn going, get him, Skinner. Get him, Skinner.
Oh, my goodness.
Which I thought was a pretty funny scene.
It's not bad. Yeah, out of all the deleted scenes,
it's mocking PTSD,
yeah.
So you really shouldn't do it.
Nah.
But they've mocked it in the past.
Oh, goodness, yeah. Oh, look, we were joking so
Johnny.
much. We were joking so much about Vietnam flashbacks back in the 90s.
But just there, I was just sitting there, you could get him, Skinner.
But now PTSD is for everybody.
It is indeed, yes.
So you don't really make fun of it.
But Homer is now watching the Free Willy director's cut. And he squashed our boy. Ooh, what a mess. I wish they got Madsen to actually say that. It would have been even better, right?
Would have been great.
But Homer is putting furniture out the window now, giving it to Barney, as well as Skinner's tie, all souvenirs, as he puts it.
Is that my necktie you're wearing? Souvenir.
Bart then asks Marge for advice. And if anyone you should probably ask, it's probably Marge. She's going to give you the best advice. And she brings up the story of old Uncle Arthur, who had a saying, shoot them all and let God sort them out. Then it took 75 marshals to bring him down, so let's never speak of him again. And she carries on cleaning the house, and Bart asks, well, should I come clean? And Marge is like, well, listen to your heart, not the voices in your head, like your Uncle Arthur once did. Yes. Then we're in the courtroom, and I mean, it's a crutch, but it's a funny crutch when they just point it out like this so blatantly. Even though reopening a trial at this point is illegal and grossly unconstitutional, I just can't say no to kids. So she reopens the trial, and Freddie Quimby's lawyer asks Bart, who did inflict the injuries here? And he retells the story about how he slipped on, what did he slip on, a cloth or something? Slipped on something.
Yeah.
Anyway, he slips over and causes all the injuries himself by being a clumsy waiter.
Clouseau-esque.
Clouseau-esque, is that it? Okay, yes. He falls out the window, lands into a delivery truck full of rat traps.
Do you think our listeners will be aware who Clouseau is?
No idea.
Okay, then.
I thought it was clumsy-esque. So Clouseau-esque, what's that?
Clouseau, you're aware of the Pink Panther movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clouseau is like the bumbling cop who's always on the trail, always trying to solve the case.
And Clouseau.
But he always sort of,
I've always said, my whole life I've said clumsy-esque. It doesn't even say, it says Clouseau-esque. Yeah, okay.
Clouseau-esque. Yeah, played by Peter Sellers in the original Pink Panther movies, then played by Steve Martin in two updates.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, but he's essentially, I'm a very sophisticated French law enforcement officer. I slip over. Or something like that.
I land in some rat traps.
And you end up in a truck full of rat traps.
Yes. Luckily there was no big one. And then there was. Yeah. Then Hutz says, well, how could you possibly have seen this, Bart? Weren't you supposed to be at school? Mm-hmm. And he sort of says to himself, he's like, better come clean. Okay. He owns up to it. And Skinner's like, see, I told you, I knew you'd slip up if I just waited long enough. He didn't slip up. He confessed.
Give me this. I need it.
I need this. Then Freddie is found not guilty on all charges, shakes his hand with Mayor Quimby. Outside the room, Skinner says, I'm impressed with what you did there, Bart. And Bart says, well, the two things cancel out each other here. This may be one of my favourite Skinner lines ever. I'm a small man in many ways, Bart. A small, petty man. 3 months detention. He's like, oh, man. You know what, Bart? Wait a minute. Bart's like, oh, Make that foremost attention. Yeah. Then, deleted scene.
Wow.
This actually was followed up by Quimby and the waiter leaving the courtroom. And someone, I think the waiter says chowder or something. And then Quimby just says, say chowder, you bastard. And then he just starts beating and they start fighting. And then the police just beat up Freddie. And then the waiter runs away. I'm thinking the only reason maybe they included this is because they thought the audience may want Freddie to get some comeuppance for being a dickhead.
Some kind of karmic justice.
But I don't think
he needed it.
No, because he's a dickhead, but he was innocent.
That's correct.
Yeah. And you don't really want
and we all
police
knew
brutality.
We all knew he was a dickhead.
Yeah, we all knew that. Yeah, didn't need to say that. So that scene was cut out. Then it's that night. Homer's in bed with Marge, surrounded by his souvenirs, and you think he's talking about the harrowing story of how he had to go against the other jurors to finally get the innocent verdict. But no, it was all about how he convinced them to get Chinese for lunch. Then she says, "Well, while you were away, I had a lot of things happen here too." And he's like, "I'd love to hear about them, honey."
Tell me all about them.
Yeah, puts the glasses on, and we get the and those,
give me those,
and those, and that's the end. Yeah, a story of two halves. An episode of two halves. Like there's Bart skipping school and then the courtroom scene, which is essentially like half the episode.
Yeah.
But it's just got so many good moments, this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is Swartzwelder to a T.
Very much so. How long have we talked about this? We've talked about it for quite a while.
Too long.
Yes, indeed. Most of this, not making the cut.
Deleted scenes.
As many deleted scenes in this podcast as there are in this episode. But I think we had a very, very good time talking about it. Yeah, we talked about it for as long as we did because there's just so much to enjoy in it.
There is here. And Freddie Quimby, as much of a dickhead as he is, you just cannot help but love him. Because I don't have to personally deal with the guy, I think it's funny to watch.
Oh, yeah. The man you love to hate.
If this guy was in my real life, I would despise him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But no, we've got a nice distance from him. So, yeah we can just revel in his despicableness.
That laugh. Ha, 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 ha. Get back here.
I'm not through demeaning you. Yeah. Oh, boy.
So good. So that is our review of The Boy Who Knew Too Much. We've got plenty of mailbag questions for this episode specifically sent through. Wow. So we're going to be answering those in our mailbag episode at the end of the month. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
I thought there was going to be more talking.
No, there will not be, because we've gone long enough for this one. It's been a lot of fun talking about The Boy Who Knew Too Much. The next episode, we're going to be reviewing a season 20 episode. What do you know what the next one is? I think it's Waverly Hills 9021 Doe.
Yes.
Fan of that title?
Get your new names in now.
Yeah. So back to season 20 after this. I'm thinking we may do more Guy in Springfields during the month. I don't know. I feel like I have so much more fun talking about these ones.
I think so.
And people seem to have a lot more fun watching and listening to us talk about these ones as well.
Okay. What do you think? Look, a month generally has 4 weeks. We record an episode a week. 2 and 2?
Well, I pitched this to the patrons and they went, no, because, we like the fact that you're doing the season 20 episodes as well. We like the fact that you're doing this. Maybe we can do one on Patreon and one, because I just like to do them.
Okay.
One on Patreon. Nah, I don't want to keep it. We'll work it out.
We'll work it out. But see, we're thinking of you.
Business meetings live on the show, yes. But if you do want to support us, you can do so on Patreon, as you're well aware. Link for that is in the description of this podcast. So many hours of exclusive content on there. And at the end of the month, we talk about deleted scenes. I've actually been saving on deleted scenes over the last couple of seasons, and it's going to be an end of year little special. Hearing all the stuff that got cut out.
Interesting.
Yes, for various reasons.
Offense being one of them.
Whenever a guy says, now, I know this may be racist, I'm like, get the dump button ready.
I ever said, I think
no, being stupid. All right, but thank you guys again for all of your support. Please continue to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you do find this show. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all the social medias. And next week we shall be back with Waverly Hills 9021 Doe. But for now, Mr. Davis, any final words for those incredible listeners out there?
We hope you've enjoyed these steaming bowls of rich, creamy podcast.